Have a recap for us?
Yeah.
Also, can I show? Where's guys? Look at this. Anybody who's here.
Chris's handiwork
Oh
is
my gosh.
magnificent.
If you need to hire someone to paint your minis, look no further. Look at this.
That's like,
Oh my God.
I'm going to go purchase a shadow box.
Right?
My wall
As
level
well,
of that.
that is the worthiness.
I was
level
amazed
of
with the
this.
wings, but then I saw the plants at the base,
Yeah, the foliage.
and my mind was blown
He
all over
It is so
again.
unique to the
and
world.
he makes
Like,
it. He makes them world pieces.
He made that.
Like they all
He
have
did my
snowy
guy.
ground.
Look at the
Yeah.
shield. His shield. It has like the constellations. Kind
And
of
also
stuff.
Chris has like variety and like Sylvie's character. Like there wasn't like a
Right?
strict color palette, and I gave a
So good.
run and he did such a go he improved that color palette.
But the
You
pastels
painted
are
mine?
perfect for her. Yes.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
And
much!
did you see the little jewels in her hair? Like the.
I didn't know this was relevant to the current conversation.
I'm bad at
I just thought we had two artistes. This is my character in
No,
another
Chris is
campaign.
who I go to.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't
I try
she
my best to
beautiful?
design Euroforge and then like Chris painted and stuff like that.
Thank you so
That's like I
much.
got like all of the thirst trap from you two's characters and sent it all over to Chris for him to paint.
Oh, good.
You've
seen it.
She is
You have an idea about what it looks like.
just wonderful.
Up close and personal.
I can sometimes see them when I close my eyes.
Wow.
That's so real
PTSD
though.
case.
You stare at them for so long.
It's
Gosh, I love
about
the
like
dress.
5-6 hours each.
I believe
Gold
that.
in her
That's-
hair.
And that's
Do you
Yep.
have like?
That's a lot, and not even as much as I feel like it would take to do something that.
Magnifying glass that you
Amazing.
do
Look.
stuff on there?
I've got
Look
like
how
a,
beautiful
like
she
a
is.
That doesn't help.
plant on an arm.
Was it
Look
good
at that.
enough?
You can't see. You truly cannot see
I
the
only
detail
use it
and how incredible it is, but
my
it
thought
is.
like,
But it is.
I could use that microscope to get
Look,
super
even at the
detail, but
cobblestones under her
your eyes aren't
feet.
be able to see.
Great detail, by the way.
So if I just kind of
I was trying to pick things like
I pick out the parts.
Yeah.
that
what I think like
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
scrolling through a
Because a
million
lot
of
of it
them
you
and
gotta
like okay
consider
what I
that
think would
you're
fit
viewing it
what can
from
Chris use as a canvas and he did it he nailed it.
But I mean.
Are you
it's
doing
incredible.
one? Do you have one for Dway?
Oh yeah,
Have I seen this yet already?
I think so.
I feel like I.
There's one. There's also one with a goat maybe somewhere.
You have mentioned the hypothetical goat penny.
Okay, friends. Chris, do you mind doing a recap for us?
Yeah. Okay. So
Wait! Sorry, I know I just did that.
Wow.
I'm thinking I had an idea of like a way to surprise these two, but it would really just be a surprise for Craig because I had to talk about it offline with Cavender. So go ahead, you're good.
well, if we're gonna do, I could just do.
No, you're perfect. Go ahead and do the whole thing. I
Well,
appreciate it.
the title of my notes from last time is "The Gang Finally Takes a Long Rest."
That's so
True.
real though.
We spent 2
Lord.
sessions in camp for reference, about to take a long rest, and then everybody's but wait more.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, she knows! Because I ended every session coming to her. They still haven't taken a long rest! You will not believe!
Yeah. Alright, so now we've taken a long rest. So, Gawain, before we leave, decides he wants to protect the body of his friend so that he can come back and revive her at some point. And Ricard recommends going to the Temple of Callista and is traveling there with Kieran to report their successes. So the gang has split up once again. This means that Bruno, Gawain, Yule, Inu, and Mira are the ones who are going to head to the Temple of Rurik.
You're still without us?
You gotta go take care of your people
I know,
first.
I know.
That's right. You gotta go
We're
take
gonna-
care of your people, and Kieran is there too for reasons.
It was the decision I made for both of you was that you wanted to go update the clerics at Callista's temple. and check in on them, and that it being an actual decision to leave this time, the party did not feel comfortable having you travel alone. Always in a pair, at least. So Kieran decided to go with you to have your back.
That's right.
The best.
So, we assist Gwen in, I guess, interring your friend in a dignified and sanctified way so that the body won't be disturbed. And off we go. And as we go, it becomes much colder, and the terrain is much more broken and very stony. As we are progressing further into these stony, rocky, I don't know, crevices, the crevice of the earth, I guess.
Canyons.
Crevice of Epheron, I should say. Is Epheron the name of the globe, like the world, or like maybe this is too much? Anyway.
No. Etheron is the name of the land that you guys inhabit, so it's more like the nation.
Okay, like a continent.
Yeah,
Almost. Okay.
there it is.
All right. So
I just felt excited that you remembered. You never talk about
the crevices of Epheron.
it.
Into the crevices we go, where we are waylaid by monsters.
Shocking.
Right, that are flying in and through these stone formations, hands sticking up from the ground. Shit is looking kind of bleak for our friends because we're all caught kind of off guard by these monsters, when suddenly a light, a shooting star, flying through the air, crashes at the feet before our heroes. Who could it be?
Who could it be?
Who could it be?
They were like, Kieran!
No, I was like, who just
That is
opened
a
the door to
Kieran
the house? I heard somebody downstairs.
That did happen. Yeah, so literally, like, from across the sky, a shooting star that shot down into, like, a meteor into y'all's midst.
Yes. And
Oh.
it is the commander of the Dawn Guard.
Oh.
I don't know. The
Landing like a meteor, cracking the earth beneath her, debris of broken rocks flying everywhere. Landed far enough away to not hurt any of you in the crash landing, but standing up in the lingering smoke of her,
Glowing with the light of the sun.
yes, glowing immediately already with the light of the sun. It took a round before she was like, oh yeah, as a reminder, I am glowing with the light of the sun. But yes.
Yeah.
Badass.
So, this helps us quickly destroy these monsters, banish them back to the void from where they came. And then we get around to the awkward part of explaining what we are doing.
Why do you have a person made of hands in your midst?
Why we seem to be, I guess, hanging out with the void touch.
We haven't changed, it's just a recap, we haven't changed the vibes yet.
That's
The
right.
void can be festive.
Yeah, we
Stay me,
sorry,
stay cold,
Chris, I don't
demons
mean
all
that.
around.
But it's just so funny, because like, after the battle ended and everyone was sort of gathering, I realized, I was like, oh, none of the members of the Legion of Light are here except for Mira. Everyone else has either died or is gone. So Mira was like, I guess I need to speak for everybody. Which was hilarious.
So Mira was accountable for her Legion comrades, and we've decided to find a nice, safe little alcove
Take a long
off
rest.
the road. Take a long rest?
I think we should.
It's a good place.
Are
You know, while we
sure?
wait for the other characters to rejoin us, right? And not learn from our past mistakes, and not do a
we
god
don't know
amount
where
of
we're going.
long
Let's take a long
rest.
Long
I
rest seems
love
like a
you
great
guys
plan.
so much.
Yeah, we could totally take a long rest.
That'd be great.
I mean, I had like 84
But how
points.
much
I
is
feel
your
fine.
gun?
14! 14! The
That's-
cold
Yeah,
sucks!
Runa went
That's way
down
more
at
than
one
you had at one
time.
point.
I had one!
We,
And then I was zeroed in one!
Of note, Runa was like, I'm gonna move back here and hide, and got too far away from the warming stone and started taking cold damage.
and got.
And that put you down, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I have a feature that brought Runa back with 1 hit point immediately.
And he immediately
By which we were like, get over here.
It was
God,
so
God.
great. But it was hilarious because he moved away because he was so short, like so low on HP that he was like, I can't take another hit. And I was like, well, what you do take
I was like, no!
is immediate cold damage.
No!
And then he was like super well hidden and also down. So without that ability from Inu, it would have been a rough
We've
time.
been trying to hunt him.
Yeah, hunt for the downed rogue. Was that the full recount?
It was.
Glorious. Thank you so much.
Oh,
You're so awesome, and here is your inspiration.
I'm sure I will be returning it soon.
Yeah.
So, there has been some travel, there has been a battle, there has been some conversation following that battle over what has been transpiring, where one of the immediate questions Seraphine had was, where is Kieran? Since she's the one that he's the one that she's been conversing with. Gwen got a little confused, and Seraphine got a little confused in turn because Gwen seems to have mistaken her for someone else.
No. Why he just calls people by different names?
He doesn't do that.
That's the thing he does.
He absolutely does not do that. He's never done that before.
call that dementia.
Yes, there was a whole thing where he mistook her for
Geriatric.
his lost
Holy
friend
shit, this is true.
Althea,
Oh.
and called her by Althea's name, to which Seraphine was like, whoever the fuck that is.
It's not me.
Under some of Gwen's questioning, Michelle happened to roll a nat 20 when thinking back about her own history and memories, and found some fogginess there that
Yeah.
she had not previously.
Yeah, trying to remember memories and realizing they're not there. Cool.
To summarize that, it had been like, when you tell yourself a story over and over, or maybe a better way to say it. Have y'all ever experienced this where maybe around the Thanksgiving table or whatever, your family has told you a story so many times that you remember it like you were there, even though you weren't actually there?
Yeah.
So that was sort of the experience that she realized that she had, was that she had the concept of a memory, but in that moment really scrutinizing it, came to a realization that it was like, this is something that I feel like I remember, but I don't have any actual concrete memories of it. And those memories were around when she had first
Coming out of the woods,
come out of the
missing
woods.
an eye to the tower.
Yeah.
As a child.
Yeah.
Except I didn't.
So, some time has passed. The group found within the chasm crevices of Etheron a carved through, something that looked like it was carved through by perhaps a giant claw. Very, very chasm fiend vibes up in this space.
Cozy.
That
We had a bridge.
that they, scoped out and made their space in. So they are currently in sort of a carved cubby of stone.
Okay.
After a period of time, that is where you guys are settled in. Having made your trip to Callista's temple, finding your clerics that you left behind still there, still set up, slowly and tentatively, but nonetheless, stalwartly, hey, let's be considerate of what we're putting down there where people need to move around. But tentatively, but stalwartly moving out beyond the temple. So the temple remains as a sort of stronghold, but they are attempting to expand beyond that into the forest beyond and trying to, find people to spread the good word of Callista. They have, make me a luck check.
Sorry. Although your house. Oh,
It deserves it.
no, good house.
Oh, that's true. You are a good house.
Bad luck.
It's very understandable. They have lost a few people in their forays trying to move out into the wilderness. They're unfamiliar with the strategies that it takes to defend themselves in this world. So they do report to you that loss and grief, and have set up a new, they already had like a burial space for their people, just losing the people from old age and whatever natural elements came about. So they let you know about the people that they've lost. They ask for any further guidance that you would give them, if you have any.
Just to continue to pray, to seek Callista's guidance, that I know that there will be there could be a resistance in responses, but that I feel that she still hears, and to not lose hope, to continue to brave forward.
Okay. That was why I came up with that reasoning for you guys being gone, because having actually your own sect of clerics out here, and learning some sort of verified element of there being a barrier between you and the old gods, that seemed like information that Ricard would want to pass back. So that is, is that what he passes back then? Is there might be resistance here? I've learned that there might be resistance, but continue going on anyway. Anything more specific than that he relays?
I don't, seeing as how we don't know some of the mechanics of what's behind everything, I don't want to give too much yet.
Totally fair. Do you give them any sort of tasks or commission in the way that they are to go out and try to extend into the world right now?
That if they can gather a party of competent individuals who can take care of themselves, possibly in the wild, it would be nice to begin communications back with my original keep,
okay.
and the father there.
Okay. So you commend them to try to, as they're extending out, make contact back with your original stronghold if possible. Okay. And the Church of Constellations.
Yes.
Kieran, is there anything you do or relay with the folks at the Temple of Callista? That's more than I meant to. My bad. With the folks at the Temple of Callista while you're there? Or are you just there as Ricard's bro and bodyguard?
It's his place, so I'm not like trying to take charge or anything, but I do reiterate that the gods, plural, are active and at work.
Shit starter.
Not like that, but like
I'm messing.
Thank you.
The
And
gods,
that
plural.
their
Like mine, Rhiannon, goddess of liberty.
joy and freedom is upon you.
You've heard
But-
you've heard of peace and beauty, but have you considered?
But I encourage them, I exhort them in the knowledge that the gods are active and there is hope, and there is hope in them staying true and bold and working and advancing and not just holding. So,
How does Kieran feel encountering this sort of shielded and sheltered old world segment of followers of one of the old gods in this temple, especially considering what he found and encountered in his own temple?
it's a mixture of encouragement that this exists and grief. But he sees what he could perhaps build after the finish line of the quest if they survive it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sort of a picture of what could be for his own goddess. I love that. That's awesome. Okay. Having
Snacking heavy right now.
Have a roleplay session.
does finding that a couple of their people have been lost in their forays out into the wild. Do you guys do anything to I can't think of a good word for it, but like outfit or try to set up the priests for greater success in their, because they're just going to be going further into danger if they're trying to get to the Church of Consolation.
So like preparing them?
Hmm?
Like training or preparing?
yeah, in any way. Just something to consider. I feel like, since we're not role-playing that out, I feel like that's something that Ricard might think about getting the reports of the deaths like he did.
You can share Emrys' notes on all the creatures encountered up till his demise and teach them about what we've encountered after that. The relative locations of potential safe havens and places they could
The
establish
Windscar
diplomatic
brothers
relations.
still
with.
having
Yeah.
positive effects on the
Yeah.
strategy of the party all this time later.
Well, and also just getting in contact. Was there anyone left at any of the other temples? Is mine the only one that had anyone left in it?
There was Daynor
Well,
right
yours
on.
does, yes.
I don't know anything
Well,
about that,
I
but
don't
I
know
understand that it's
if
not
I
good.
You might want to have some people there for that one.
I think the closest
Did
thing
you
was
purify your
the
temple?
heart of the woods.
My temple is purified, but there are still
Siblings.
Valiant worshippers there.
Yeah, don't want to meet those, not yet. Unless you're the Messiah.
The only one left at the Temple of Leander was Daynor, and you guys sent him to his rest.
That's probably
I'm sure it's very peaceful.
Walk out of here, Daynor.
Send him to the dress package.
That's right.
What I
He
want
was
to know
on
is
vibe.
whether the Owlins would begin sending envoys to reestablish a presence at the Temple of Leander. Or it's a little soon for that. I mean, this all happened like a week ago.
Yeah.
We
Weeks a long time.
have not reported back to the temple. Like back to the owl.
To Pondo.
Right. I,
Pandrosia
in
and-
one of the messages to Seraphine, related to her that it would be good for them to let the Owlins know, but we have no control over whether they do that.
You can ask Seraphine when you see her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if anything else of note you feel like your character would have done before they left the Temple of Callista, let me know. But otherwise, you guys do a quick exchange, visit there, and turn and fly back in the direction that your party let you know they were going. Because if you let them get too far before you catch back up to them, it will be too easy to lose them. You guys don't really know where you're going. They don't really know where they're going. So you follow the directions that they relayed to you before you split up as to where they would be going and how they would be traveling until you met back up with them.
Follow the blood corpses to us,
Is there any sort of signal that you guys would have offered or exchanged either from the party to be found or from you guys to signal you're coming as you try to re-engage with each other?
Look for the light.
The giant one flying in the sky. That landing to
You
the
just
superhero
leave-
posure.
Leave a staff of sunlight on? Because you could do that.
We do campfires overnight
Yeah.
because it helps keep the monsters away for some reason.
I mean, you can keep an eye on the sky while also doing other things.
Totally true.
Yeah.
Both those are true. A campfire hidden in and amongst the crevices of the caverns might be a little bit difficult to find.
Yeah.
But there is, the good side of it being the one of the few good sides of it being a world full of darkness is that it will be easier to find
Light is-
people from light
Yeah.
than it normally would.
I can stop glowing, or I can continue to glow at will. So
Right.
if we need a light,
At will?
I
Okay,
can
when you
just-
guys find your way back to us, Seraphine's
yeah, I can
gonna
turn
be
it on
here.
and off.
Sorry, human flashlight.
That's really the reason that I'm asking. It's less of a do you find them question and more of a when you find them, what are the terms, what are the conditions under which you do. So does anyone want to? Yeah.
Are
go
they
ahead.
flying back?
They are.
Okay. In that
I'm
case,
making that decision for them.
beautiful.
out of a consideration of we have to catch up, so we have to be faster.
Beautiful. Okay. In that case, I think that the established moves would be made of like when you guys are flying back. Kieran flying is very obvious. I think.
The big glowing wing boy.
Showed them one stuff.
And
We
so,
see now the glowing wing boy.
and so, depending on when you want them to join this conversation with Seraphine, I like to imagine where there's a moment where, in the darkness, like in the middle of this conversation, like Inu is like listening or talking, and then at some point she just goes, "That's Kieran. Hold on," and then casts fly, and just like goes and like catches him out of the air.
Sort of like comes up, like sees them out
Yeah.
there a little bit more visible out against the night sky and just flies out to meet them.
Yeah.
Absolutely, totally cool.
So, which also means that you see Inu tear her body apart to form wings. Which I can give a more like direct description of what that would be, or do you like fake?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, do it. This is our campaign.
That's right.
Yeah.
She came into our
You don't
session.
have to amend to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our eldritch nightmares.
Yeah, you said she's made of hands, so yeah, we'll go with that particular one.
I almost made a joke there where it's like, there are eyes too.
The hands just
Hands and
weren't
eyes.
playing last time.
Yeah, where she's like, hold on, let me get to this. She takes one arm and just sort of stretches it out to the side. The other one, she reaches back at an angle that is impossible.
Love that for her.
Yeah, absolutely. And grabs her own, like, shoulder blade.
Okay.
With her left hand, she starts pulling it out, the muscle and skin forming into a wing.
Great.
I mean, I'm glad you can fly.
Yeah! And then with the other one, the eyes become much more, like, visible and lit up.
Okay.
Until they all sort of, like, start pulsing outward ever so slightly. And then they start reaching.
The eyes start reaching.
Mhm.
Great.
Yep. And then the pieces of them that are reaching continue to reach until it is just a massive hands. Some of them, especially towards the very end of it, appearing more webbed. It looks too heavy. It looks as though it should not let her fly.
Yeah.
However, there is a distinct burst of wind as she then takes both of her arms and just pushes down a chimeric wyvern that is now flying towards your.
Great.
All in 6
the people that
Seraphine
you
is just
commissioned.
gonna
All in
very
6
slowly.
seconds.
All in 6 seconds.
Seraphine's just gonna very slowly turn to make eye contact with Mira.
Mira is specifically not making eye contact with you. She is very focused on the fire in front of her right now, and
Runo just like looks at Seraphine and just thumbs
Yeah,
up.
Runo
It's
is
like,
next. Mira and then Runo.
It's like,
It's the most hateful defiance
Get
of
used to
gravity
it.
possible.
she's
Not
actually
really.
she'd be sharpening her weapons, and she's just very focused on that right now.
Runo will just say like, she's on our side.
Great. I can tell. Okay.
Eni flies out and intercepts you guys in the air. You can fly too, right?
Yep.
That was my understanding.
Yep.
You, good to see you. How's all?
Damn it!
The flap and 3 bones break. The snap back in place.
Couple pieces of Enu just fall off.
Okay, hold on, my hand's gross now. One sec.
You're good. I've got something to tell Michelle.
Actually,
Michelle, as they, just to set the stage for you, as they come in, Ricard is not someone you sent out on this mission either.
Okay, so she knows Mira and Kieran.
You know everyone except Enu. Well, there are more people. Fuck.
Yeah.
The people you know and sent out on this mission are Kieran, Mira, Runo,
And Yul.
and Yule.
Okay.
You sent
Right.
3 other people who
Okay.
aren't here,
Okay.
2 of whom you were told died.
Okay.
And did we addressed the alien thing last time, right? Or did
Yul mentioned it in passing.
Yeah, what did he say
He said, by the way, Elian was responsible.
for Emrys' death?
Yeah. Yes.
And did you guys mention where she had gone? Okay. So you have not, they have not addressed, because she did ostensibly join the Legion of Light and is not here.
Yeah.
The people you don't know who are now here are Gwaine, who they have sort of
Yeah.
explained, and whom you know legends of. Enu, who is inexplicable. And the third person who's about to show up is Ricard. So the people just tried to set in the people that you know. The members of the Legion of Light of those people were Kieran and Mira.
Okay.
And Zeke, the other guy that you lost.
Okay.
Technically, Gwaine is also a member of the Legion of Light as one of the founding members.
Yeah.
Founder, actually.
However, it's like alchemy.
He
people
just
know.
wasn't one of the ones that swore your oath and left.
Yeah.
However, that's like being like, okay, I'm setting up this team to go invent a new car, and they come back and they're like, okay, so Henry Ford
Henry
is here.
Ford's here.
Yeah.
That's exactly the
you
line.
knew where I was going, yeah.
Yeah.
BT Dubs picked up Henry Ford on the way. What?
It makes sense, don't worry.
You didn't found the Legion of Light.
No, I found it.
You founded the John Cloaks, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Enu meeting in the air doesn't knock over pretzels this time. As she sort of, we've survived. We're settling down for a rest. Somebody met with us.
Somebody?
Seraphine.
Who's that? Oh.
Let's say hello.
Follow me. And yeah, she turns wing and glides back down.
You guys rejoin the party, and Seraphine, the Dawnblade, is there with them in all her glory, gleaming white gold armor. Do you want to describe yourself?
Sure. Blonde hair, like pale blonde hair, braided, a gold eye patch, a golden cloak, and a sword made of light.
So not a sword giving off light, but a sword made of light.
Human?
Elven.
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 Oh.
Oh.
So close.
He is also an elf. He is a rotund elf.
He is short little elf.
Skip it about.
Is this the
That's Sylvan.
campaign that we somehow came to the conclusion
Sylvan
that
is
Sylvan
scatting.
is scat?
Listen,
Yes.
I'm gonna say that's something I forgot. If I'm missing memories, that's one of them.
Bruno has a get out moment.
Yeah, so...
Shut up! Sorry, I just caught that.
So arriving back is, obviously Inu, but Kieran, who you know well and set with this great commission, he actually left with your previous blade because there was a limited amount of
Relics of light.
Yeah, relics of light, thank you. And some guy you don't know. Make me a religion check, though.
Whatever salute they taught there, he does.
What was it? It was
It was
right, we did discuss
like
it.
the sun,
Yeah.
the sun rising from your heart. Yeah. Not this.
No.
Yep.
More
So,
out and spread.
out,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
That
There you
is 12.
Inspiration for memories.
Hey. Looks clean.
Stuff from like early sessions is coming out now. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
A 12. Do you have like symbology of your church on you, Ricard?
Nothing necessarily outward.
Nothing
I've got
distinguished.
I've got a chain
Okay.
that has a like a shooting star kind of pendant.
Okay, but it's like tucked away.
Yeah.
Is your shield? I know that it shows the different constellations, but does it, in your concept of its design, have any of the symbology of Callista on it?
Yeah, I would say so. Like around the outer edge of it. You know, if the bigger part is for the
actual
symbology
moving,
of the constellations, in the outer edge would be like some sort of markings of something that would reference Callista.
Very cool. We designed the coolest shield for him. Okay, then I would like a perception check as well, please.
21.
Yeah, so the perception check was for like assessing over him. Do you catch any of that? And with a 12, you'd be able to recognize it as not of... Oh, sorry. Let me correct myself. I said of Callista. Would it be of Callista or of the Church of the Constellations?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't think about that. Yeah, probably more the Church of the Constellation.
Okay. Symbols you
Well-
recognize, right? Because you got it from Callista's temple.
I did.
Yeah.
So it'd be Callista's.
Okay.
Callista's symbology.
Then here's what I will say. I don't think you recognize any of the symbology on him, but he does currently have a very noticeable shield with a series of constellations on it, and you do know that there is a Church of Constellations. I don't think that you would necessarily then make that connection as in this is a cleric of that church.
Yeah.
But those are the things you would notice about him.
Would she have feelings about the Church of Constellations?
Yeah, I think so. Just you can decide of the depth and breadth of those feelings, but in her mind, definitely there is like one true church, which is the Church of Soul. And while it is not like a source for evil, like active evil in the world, like the Cult of the Void is, I think that she would see the Church of Constellations as a dividing force in, for the citizens of Etheron, because we all need to be united under, the cause of light and protecting people and ending the shadow. And they're sort of like it's like people who feel, I think she would feel towards them a little bit towards people who like split the vote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're
not my enemy, but you are obstructing my cause.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Got you, Marianne Williamson.
Yeah, okay.
She would salute you back, if that's appropriate. And Kieran, it is good to see you alive and well.
Very good to see you. We welcome your light.
I am glad to see you return. Circumstances are different than when you left.
I would say so.
I have some questions.
That seems natural.
Why don't you tell me about the state of your current party?
We have had losses. Very sad and tragic at the hands of the Void Blades.
Immediately, Bruno is going to reestablish mind link with Kieran. Kieran? Hello, this is Bruno, Kieran! Please do not bring anything up about the Void Blades and my connection to them. Thank you.
First of all, inspiration, that's great. Secondly, everyone gets a short rest.
Excellent. Apologies, I find myself distracted.
It was a long flight.
This is how the paladin avoids flying.
But I do not think we will have their pursuit any longer. We have made friends. I take it as a sign of providence upon our quest. They all are committed to the alteration of this world for the better. They are aligned to our goals.
Those two things are different things. The alteration of the world for the better and alignment with our goals ideally would be the same, but the definition of better a lot hinges on a person's definition of the better.
Oh, I believe we share the definition.
Okay. What would you say your shared definition of better looks like?
Having a son.
That being true.
Mira looks over like...
Bruno's like
I like sometimes it literally, like they're having this conversation, literally everybody in the background goes, in unison.
I think she would kind of like glance around just to like see how that lands on everybody.
Ooh, make me an insight check. We'll do one general insight check for everybody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Confused. Understanding.
17.
17. I will let everyone that is above moderate but below hard insight. So why don't you each give me what you feel like Seraphine would get a read on in your character's response to both Kieran's claim that you are all of united goal and purpose, and that goal and purpose is having a son.
Inu would nod when Kieran would say, like, we have a common goal. When he says that the common goal is the sun, she doesn't respond.
Okay.
Ricard would be nodding as well to the common goal of and also to the part of having the son, but you might catch a tinge of nervousness about how others may respond now that you are here. How things might change.
I seem to be making lots of people nervous. Okay.
Authority has that effect.
Okay.
Yule, while this is going on, Yule would probably be like nibbling at his wing, sort of whatever, and here like we are all of a common goal. Yule would be like, yeah, that's right, and like to bring back the sun, and Yule would be like, sure, yeah, okay.
I love that.
Like,
Sorry.
whatever.
I love that thus far the general consensus is that like Kieran's like we all have a common goal and everyone's nodding. It's like to bring back the sun and everyone's like
The best part about this is I was like, this is the lowest common denominator. Obviously everyone's gonna be in full agreement with that part of the statement.
As you peer over at Gwaine, like, in your, like, I'm gonna assess this guy in his response moment, you're just gonna get a face, he's assessing you in your moment.
Make me an insight check.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 1.
You can't assess her because she's assessing you. The assessments cancel each other out.
Okay.
If Batman meets Batman.
Batman looks
Realistically, Bruno is fucking terrified of her. So he's gonna try to deceive her by like being like 100% of the mission what she's thinking of.
Holy, roll me a deception check.
100% of the mission what she's thinking of.
Holy, roll me a deception check.
Are you not? No!
Oh, I am, but Bruno is still terrified of her, so like
He
the nervousness
also-
is fighting it.
He also, in fairness, has expressed since you guys left a lot more of like Yule's take of like, hey, I feel like there's more balance needed here.
I don't think anyone
What'd you
but
get?
Kieran is actually
23.
23.
Silver barbs. I'm kidding. I don't have that. I'm joking.
Did you
I
remind
love
me?
your willingness.
I want you to win right now. Like, this is the thing that is most interesting to me, and I don't know if I'm talking about Seraphine or Michelle, but I want you to win.
Oh, Michelle.
Poor Kano was dope.
Yeah.
Anyway, remind me,
It's
Bruno,
for
you
fun.
didn't join the Legion of Light?
I did not join the Legion of Light.
Okay.
That's why we had to keep eyes on him.
You were that middle space with
Yep.
Emrys of
Yes.
not like, not joining, but not making a.
Yes.
Well, Emrys did join.
I think I was
No,
kind of
this
pretending.
is-
No? Oh, no. Sorry, I'm misremembering.
I was kind
Yeah,
of saying
it was
role
like-
like you was like I'm gonna help, but I'm not joining the Legion of Light. I think it's
Right,
kind of the same.
but Emrys and Runo sort of hit that middle ground of like, I'm not gonna join, but I'm not gonna like say anything.
Yes.
Whereas Yule was more like, I'm gonna stand up for
Yeah,
my
join
point
the
and say
cause
why
of
I'm not
the organization.
joining.
So
a bunch of murderers.
Which took a little bit of attention off of Emrys and Runo at the time. You said what?
bunch of murderers.
Probably
You're
with this
wrong.
one.
You're
Probably.
Okay,
You're not
that's the read you get from the group.
Asked us like 2
from
sessions
Mira,
ago,
you
and we would have been
definitely-
united.
From Mira, you definitely get like a hearty agreement on both aspects, which makes sense. She is the other member of the Legion of Light here.
Yeah.
She just keeps nodding.
Yeah, the
Kieran
sun.
doesn't even look to see if everyone's
No,
close. Of course they
Absolutely
are.
not. Neither does Mira.
I love the bros. This is so good.
I think after like having looked around the group, I think her eyes would come back to Kieran and she would say, "My assessment is less confident than yours. But given that you have spent significant time with them, I will accept your judgment of the current situation. Though, referring back to my discussion of differing definitions of better, I noticed in your midst several who seem to have allegiances outside of the Legion of Light to other gods. I think she would nod to you because you've been very vocal in your affiliation with
He's
the
not
theater.
vocal.
Yeah, Fuel's been upfront about it.
Meanwhile, you have been giving a lot of energy and time to your pursuit of the temples, which is outside of the mission, as we discussed, and it was said.
There have been certain, how do we say, conscriptions not to be denied that set us on that course.
Please elaborate.
Rhiannon took me and put me in her temple, and I had no say whatsoever, and cleansed it, and
A goddess swooped down, or a god.
more like she just
Swooped in.
I was one place, and then there were spiders, and it was very frightening and fighting and all of that. And then I was elsewhere, and her effect in the world is made manifest. And as a goddess of light, one of the gods of light. I believe that she is in our quest, and she has broadened the terms of it somewhat.
I don't disagree with the potential good of other organizations in the world, but I do disagree with prioritizing them over this mission. The return of the light, the defeat of the darkness, would clear the way for all temples, anyone who has differing opinions, to pursue their own path by taking time and diverting energy to individual temples and small causes. You prevent yourself from pursuing the greater cause,
Small
which
causes? I would disagree with that statement. Rhiannon is no less worthy than Callista. Callista is no less worthy than Rhiannon. And any help that creates the ability for the light to come back, whether that's the sun, whether that's any light, is worthy.
The question is not of worthiness.
Real quick sliding in. You still have no idea who this man is.
Great point. I think she would turn to Kieran first.
And bolstering what you're currently saying, as far as she understands, it was in the movement in cleansing one of these temples that 2 of their party was lost.
Okay, I think she would kind of hear what you have to say and then turn back to Kieran and say, it is not a question of worthiness, it is a question of impact. I have sent you on a quest of greatest impact. And in diverting yourself to causes which may have some worthiness, which may ultimately have great worthiness, you have lost Zeke, you have lost Emrys, you have taken away from the greater mission, which could have the greater impact. And I have concerns about your ability to affect success with your attention spread as it is into such diverse goals as a group like this may bring.
Can I? Or do you want to cook?
Oh. I would say
there was so much thought in that. That was
Having her
beautiful.
in one of his old groups, whenever they were doing like above table, like this isn't my character
They'd do
talking, it's
mustache.
me, they do mustache, so
this
we do that.
is above table. This
And this is
right now.
Runo in your head.
I would say that if your character feels the need to interject at any given point in time, it would be reasonable to do so.
Okay. Then he's gonna speak up ever so slightly. At this point now, he's been like probably staring daggers at her. I don't know how much he's seen that, but when he finally speaks up, he's gonna look down probably, and then he'll just speak up. I'm sure you just misspoke when you said that he took away from the quest. It is not Kieran who took away the lives of the young wolves. He chose what he thought was right and led the party well. It was those of the void that have taken away from the quest.
This is true, and further lends credence to my point that in diverting your attention and pursuing distractions from the primary goal, additional losses are not only more likely, but are certain. Manpower, resources, these things are finite. To speak to me of the impact of the void, I'm well aware of the danger of the losses, and it is because I desire to lessen those losses and that danger, not just to you as a party, but to the world as a whole, that I strongly encourage focus.
may I, perhaps, offer more explanation in terms of narrative?
Hello, this is Runo.
So-
Poor Kira just looks so like jumbled.
It's never not funny, and also I'm realizing that this is a like a comic. There's a Venn diagram of poor Cavender's characters getting interrupted in their brains by a peanut gallery from the side.
Okay. Gunther.
I got this.
Okay, good luck.
You already
will
had
be
Okay,
Alright, so-
would a point,
I got it, thank
would
you.
a point come where she would begin to suspect like something going on with people getting distracted mid-conversation with her?
I think a point would come for that. I don't think that point has yet come.
Alright.
Okay. Not that she would necessarily suspect Runo specifically.
Right,
So-
right, but yeah.
Okay.
So we set out pursuing our quest with a single-minded focus. I was given no choice in my diversion to the Temple of Rhiannon. Also, we encountered Ricard, who aligned himself to our quest. And he was likewise whisked. I took this as
Divine intervention.
I took this as evidence encouraging of benevolent gods of light having influence on the world, but also seeking to deepen their influence on the world by the reversion of defilement of their temples. Now, at this point, these two things were set about not optionally, and we were still, as far as it was up to us, focused upon our quest. Various things happened beyond that were a mixture of finding just shelter along the way. We did seek temples, but also, I think, alright, we did look for Leander's temple. That was straight up, we sought that out. It was no more than like an afternoon's
That was
walk.
our bargain.
But,
That was our bargain.
that was true. The way we found our friend Inu. Alright, hold on. But the Void Blades attacked us and took our compatriots' lives.
That's all you need to
As
say.
we shut up.
Roll me an insight check.
Keep playing with fire. I love it.
This is so in character for
Natural
Runo.
20.
Yes! Fuck yes!
Not only is it very clear that with a fucking nat 20, I think that you know that Runo is speaking into his mind.
She's just
You-
gonna slowly...
what happens is this is like the third time that like Kieran, who's very well spoken and direct, has like stopped in the middle of what he's saying and seemed distracted by something, and at this point you sort of just happen to be looking in the right direction and see Runo like looking at him in a way that's very like and you get the sense that there is some telepathic, you know?
You know, I like it.
Sometimes it is.
Some telepathic communication going on, or something that you don't know exactly what it is, but some sort of interference perhaps that is happening.
Something you'd like to share, Runo?
Oh, it's so cold here. I think I will go to the fire and maybe get some rest. I am very hurt.
You seem to have lots of private
Fire's
thoughts.
right here, man.
My butt is cold. I will face the other way.
He likes to shout into people's minds how they could be expressing themselves better.
That is
Well-
true.
Apologies for the distraction.
Very well.
Anyways.
Are you connected to Mira right now?
No.
Who are you connected to?
Just
right now?
him.
Just him?
Because it was like on impulse. I just had to communicate with him.
Okay, so you haven't connected anyone
No, I
else.
didn't reconnect
Okay, got it.
with anyone.
Sorry, counter.
I'm told Elian was involved.
That still don't know what to feel about that. And to think about that. But
perhaps you could describe what happened. I have little enough information to know how to feel.
Our mustache up. So, was this after we plotted our rescue in the Void Blades settlement home base, and then we came back to the Temple of Rhiannon to rest? Was that what that was?
This was after you cleansed the temple.
Oh.
But we were going to the Temple of Rhiannon after the Temple of Leander.
Okay.
Yeah, the context for Emrys's death, you guys didn't know anything about, had not encountered and didn't know anything about the Void Blades yet. They ambush you resting in the Temple of Rhiannon. During that fight, Emrys died, and you guys got that vision from Rurik of amidst and sort of hidden by the Arms of Hadar, not Arms of Hadar, the other one. Thank you. The Hunger of Hadar. Her assassinating him.
So he relates all of that.
Okay.
Honestly, it's been a busy season, and I'm not at 100% either, so, like, I'm a little slow.
You're good, buddy. I understand.
But, so, we did intentionally seek out the Temple of Leander, wherein we actually encountered a vision of Leander, which was further evidence of divine guidance in this course. But from there, we came back to the Temple of Rhiannon as a shelter for the night. Then we were ambushed. All of that happened. We went to rescue our compatriots that had been, compatriot, it was just Runo, right? Mustache, yeah. We went to rescue Runo, who had been taken by the Void Blades.
Oh. A harrowing experience, surely.
You are not like. Are you saying that you said my butt is cold, I'm going to turn around, and then laid down on the snow on the stone and are trying to pretend to be asleep right now?
Which is unconvincing because we all know that he's an elf that doesn't do that.
Yeah, to an elf.
To an elf.
Are you trying? I need to know if you are trying right now to pretend to an elf that you are sleeping.
Please say yes.
What would Alex do?
Another thing he's pretending to sleep is the cartoon pretend to sleep.
In front of another elf, too.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes, it was unfortunate. I was taken by the Void Blades.
So far as I'm aware, which correct me if I'm wrong, the Void Blades generally do less taking and more killing. It's of interest that you were a valuable enough target that they thought to take you instead of killing you outright.
Oh, that's what you didn't want me to say, he says telepathically.
Wait, say that again.
Oh, that's what you didn't want me to say.
That is correct.
While they're doing that back and forth in the head, Gwen will speak up and say, "Oh, as you have surmised, Runo has the ability to get in people's heads. And that is a skill they desire to learn themselves. For their own wicked means."
Make me a deception check.
Thank you.
Well, it was a good smart call.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Seraphine, make me a history check.
Let's see if I'm good at deception or not.
Bro, that is not good.
At advantage.
You gotta be good at that. Hard.
But I'm a good honest bard.
Rolling for deception.
16.
You say 15?
16.
21.
Use your inspiration.
Inside or you are!
Hurts!
You enjoy being the devil on
I
my
do.
shoulder? No, Tanner's the devil on my shoulder.
Yeah, Pater joined the session for Titans Rising, and he does that the whole session. and just sits there next to Michelle and just whispers harrowing things into her ears.
Start a revolution with the rats.
Did it or did it not work phenomenally?
It's still only 19.
19?
19.
But you'll notice I did not ask you to roll an insight check against this deception. It is a history check because you are familiar with the workings of the Dawn Blades, or the Dawn Cloaks, their mission, and they report back to you concerning their fights with the Cult of the Void. So, what we were testing for was whether or not she had prior knowledge of the Void Blades having telepathic abilities.
Okay.
But, given those rolls, she does not have that depth of knowledge on their abilities. She would definitely know... Stop. Come here, Bob.
Ooh.
I am cooking.
My character doesn't have a lot of stake in what's happening right now.
Oh, I know. It's very
So I want chaos.
Yes.
I want things to go poorly right now.
What do you mean if things go poorly enough and chaotic enough, she might turn and smite you. You're the most monstrous one of us all.
I'm pretty sure I'm first on the list, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
A very honest monster over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
A very unhonest non-monster over here.
Yeah, and if needed, I can...
Let's do it.
What?
I'm gonna try to convert Seraphine.
I knew you would.
Be a follower of
I'm
Leander.
just waiting for you to be like, oh, speaking of Leander, purify this wayward bright soul.
Oh, God. Chaos.
Well, because that's the thing is, like, I want this to be... I like whenever these sessions are tense.
Yeah.
Like, that is my crack. And so I just want more and more of that.
I love it.
When it says against Shijay, yeah, like, absolutely. Like, I want to win.
Okay.
Oh, don't look like that.
Both me and Pedro like,
Yeah, that was the mischievous smile.
Listen, I am so rarely mischievous. Give me my moment.
Okay.
You gotta let the girl have
It's
her
awesome.
mischief.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
After mounting that rescue, we were pursued and encountered Inu and the temple where she resided.
Which temple was that?
She signs the name Volley.
And Mira
Okay.
says, Volley, the Temple of Volley.
But then she then looks to all
I
of
think
you.
She would say in sign language,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Mira
Yeah.
goes,
Yeah. And then.
wow,
And
is
then.
it just me?
Oh, this is fun. No, this is fun now. Because
Oh.
then she would turn to Cavender, to Kieran telling the story, and she would sign to you, but you don't know the common sign language, do you?
No.
So you see her say, hold on, wait. Volley spoke to you how? How did Volley speak to you?
Volley spoke to you how?
Did Volley speak to me?
As in why? Why did you go? So is it?
oh,
Yeah, I'm not with you
Because
either.
so in the same way that you were sort of expressing, like, okay, we were called to these temples literally by our gods. You made a choice to go. Yeah, and that is what she is trying to draw out of you.
Oh.
Right? And you're like, so you had those gods that literally picked you up and put you there. You have this god that you were already pursuing. Why did you go to the Temple of Volley?
Oh,
I'm gonna.
we were.
Enu's
You there.
Enu's
You were.
I know, but he's-
unintentionally throwing y'all under the bus right
Yeah,
now.
right? No.
100%.
Oh, Volley didn't do that at all. We were running away from where we just rescued Runo, and that's a shelter we found. And we found stuff there, and we dealt with it because that's where we were, and
We found
now we know
blades.
with us. And Gwen.
That's
The Void
true.
Blades were
We-
afraid to go into the Temple of Volley, so we went in there.
Very interesting.
Yes. Well,
But that-
Leander will protect us with bravery and strength, and that is the only reason that we've made it this far.
I would argue that you protected yourself with bravery and strength.
That's
Hiding
not
helps.
how. That's not how that works.
Well, anyways,
It's just not.
Can't you see the providence in finding Gwaine and his presence with us?
I can certainly see the good fortune in it.
I have questions.
I'm sure you do.
No, he speaks.
I'm not doing a good job.
You're doing an excellent
Oh,
job.
thank you.
I have many
I
questions.
was really tripping all the fuck over myself. I'm so glad you're back.
She was. It was pretty bad.
Okay.
I was like, Miss Seraphine, or Commander, what would she like to be?
I think
Commander.
Commander. The Dawn Blade. Come on, man.
Yeah, because I'm so familiar with the high. Okay, Miss Commander.
Mira is on your side, and she's trying to help you.
I know. Runa's just dying slowly.
You seem nervous, Runo.
What? Yes, we have almost died. I have almost died multiple times on this journey to like make the world better.
He's
And
not been quite the same since the torture.
It's been rough. Anyways, it's been a very long couple of weeks, and I have many questions. How many people have you sent on this journey before us? Are we the first one?
No.
Okay.
Gwaine can testify to the fact that this is not the
Right.
first
so how
journey
many
of this
journeys, how many people have gone and not come back from this?
I would know how many crusades there have been, but I wouldn't know the number of people. Right?
Both of those
And I've
things are true.
overseen. I know how many. Okay.
You know how many you've overseen. You know the total number as well. I can't remember if I think I sent that to you.
Yeah. There have been 50 crusades of
So,
this type.
okay.
I have overseen 10 of them.
Alright, so... Okay, that's a lot of people that have gone,
Yes.
and has anyone come back?
No, they have not.
Have you ever gone to any of them beforehand?
I have asked to go to every single one.
And is this the first time you've been allowed to?
Yes. Yes?
You are not joining this party. This crusade. You have. It is the first time that you have been personally sent out into the field to engage with the party instead of strictly by sending stone.
I offer what help I am allowed, but that does not extend to field work.
I'm very confused. And I will explain my train of thought. There have been many people, many resources, as you have described, that have been sent on this crusade.
Yes.
And no one has come back, and it seems like a waste of resources if no one has come back, and you're very powerful. I think we can all agree to that. So, it seems to me, why wouldn't they just get more powerful people just like you to make sure we can finally complete this crusade?
Well, we do seek powerful people, as you can attest. You are powerful people. We attempt to learn from each crusade that goes on. I attempt to better equip each crusade that I have overseen. My imperative for directness and focus is born of having to see and watch many crusades fail. I do not wish to see another fail. I do not wish to see additional losses. And so I offer the support I can in the hopes that you are the ones who are able to succeed where no other has been able to. Because no matter how many crusades it takes to return the light to this world, to defeat the darkness, is the only mission that matters.
I get that. But would it not make more sense to send more people to complete the crusade? And since you have so much experience, would it not make sense for you to go on like maybe one of the strongest group crusade that has ever been to finally complete this mission instead of being held back at the tower?
I certainly feel that is so. but the Soul Warden oversees much more than I, and does not feel that that is the most effective deployment of resources.
You know,
But-
I know you don't live near the Soul Tower of Soul. I know you live on the outskirts of the unknown, but real quick deception check for Mira right here.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Trill lives.
Damn it.
I think that's great though, because it's like this one moment where she's just like, where she actually sounds.
Lock in.
Yeah, she's locked in. But in the settlements where the Legion of Light forays out to protect the people, I don't think, and she's giving you sort of like, she's turned away from, again, Nat 20, but she's turned away from Seraphine, and is managing to speak in a very, in a way that is very natural, but she's giving you a look that's communicating like, I know you don't know this because you were out in the cult of the void.
Yeah.
But this is how it works closer to, in the known. And she goes, the amount of people who would die without the protection of the Legion of Light, the amount of settlements that would have been lost, I can't overstate how much they're needed, how much the average everyday powerless person relies on them. And the Dawnblade is the tip of that spear. They need people back home to protect people as well. If every strong person got sent out on these crusades when we know the likelihood of them coming back is minimal, then there'd be no one left to protect the people.
We are but one battle in a war.
That's a good line.
If you fear that I'm sitting at a desk doing paperwork day after day, you needn't worry. I stay rather busy.
I'm not saying that. You seem, even though your penmanship must be great. But understandable. That makes a lot of sense.
You get that we're out here to a degree because we're not important, right?
Yeah. Fair enough. But if that is true, why, after 50 crusades, are you now being allowed to come here? That is my question.
Would she have any insight on why this is different?
The orders you were given, and sorry, my brain is so fried, guys. The orders you were given and set off with, again, this is very much like a visit.
Yeah.
You were given a powerful spell that you have two uses of. One, it is like a meteor teleportation to come out here, and one to come back. The order that you were given and the tone of it was very much like this. Two aspects. One, the situation has never been more dire. We are closing in on the 2nd century of the Shadowfell, and not only does the shadow grow stronger with each passing year, just in the passing of time, but this crusade is being considered especially important because of that time frame and the belief that certain powers strengthen on dates of note like that.
Anniversary, yeah.
So between that and the direness of their situation, it's sort of a 3-pronged element of this is more important than it's ever been. This group seemed really strong and to have a good chance, and the last message, like, and they've gotten off course, they've gotten off mission. Go out there, get them back on mission, and come back.
Yeah. So I think she would respond by saying, I see great promise in this group. More promise than I have felt in any of the crusades I've overseen. This mission has not gotten easier as time has passed. In fact, it has only gotten harder. I have argued strongly for as much support as I have been able to leverage. And though I cannot join you, as I wish, I have come here to offer guidance and what support is at my disposal, so long as we remain of an accord that this mission is your primary focus.
I believe we do remain of an accord. I believe we have come to a belief that success lies in a mixture of our own martial efforts and the following of the dictates of divinity on our course. But that is a justification of our path to this moment, in which that course has largely been trodden already. We have been debating amongst ourselves next steps, and thus, regardless of how we've gotten to here, where we go from here is something I do not believe we would reject guidance upon.
Would you mind? My apologies. My name is Ricard Silvershield.
It is nice to know you. I'm Seraphine.
I'm a cleric of the Church of Constellations, follower of Callista.
Yes.
You have been in charge of how many of these crusades?
10.
The last 10.
The last 10.
My father went out on the last one and died on it.
I grieve his loss.
Did you know him?
You do not recognize the name Silver Shield. But, so it is not someone that you would have conscripted and sent out on the crusade as a member of the Legion of Light. But neither is Ricard, and he's here.
I do not recognize that name, though, as you can attest with your presence here, many of those who contribute to the fight are not under my command.
So, with that experience in dealing with the past 10 crusades, what have you changed in your directives with each successive crusade? How do you know that what we are doing is not the correct path? That what we are doing is not the correct path? How do you know we aren't on the right path this time? And I say this with complete with the understanding of your position, and that you are doing your best with what you send us out, what you send these crusades out to do. But all I'm asking is, how are you so sure that what we are doing is not right?
I appreciate the consideration with which you're speaking to me, given I expect your perspective differs significantly from mine. Many things are unknowable. I cannot know
Agreed.
the success of... I cannot speak to the success of every possible contingency. So if you wish to pin me down into admitting that
I do not wish to pin you down on that. I just want to ensure that you are open to all considerations.
I'm not open to all considerations.
And then
I have a very specific consideration. In knowing my limitations, in knowing that I cannot be fully educated on all the gods of old and their purposes and interests and guiding motivations, what I can say of the gods of old is that those things were diverse. They were not of a single mind. They were of many different perspectives.
And is that not the beauty of the world?
It is the beauty of the world that is currently dying. I am not of diverse perspectives. I am of a single-minded focus on bringing the light back to the world so that your diverse perspectives may flourish.
As am I. I am on the path to bring that light myself.
As Mira mentioned, I am daily witness to the toll that the darkness takes on people powerful and otherwise. And my perspective is to defeat the darkness as rapidly as possible, that cost may be lessened. At which point, I would support and encourage the flourishing of those diverse perspectives. I hope only that I live to a day to see that occur. But today is not the day I worry about that. Today is the day I encourage you as a group to focus on the defeat of the Shadow Sorceress.
So
The defeat of the darkness.
what I see happening is we are debating the course we have taken while actually discussing the course we are to take. There was one temple remaining that we discussed visiting, and I do not recall us being of a easy-minded accord in the pursuit. We have two paths we can take. The Temple of Rurik, who has not expressed himself friend, or directly to the end. You're the loudest of them all. It was, tried to murder Elian, actually.
There's only one course to take, and that is to Rurik, to bring him justice, to be the arrow unleashed by an archer that pierces his heart, and it withers and dies, and takes with it the veil keeping the gods from talking to us. And at that time, we shall unleash the holy power of Leander, his full
And
force,
Callista.
of which I have 3 warriors of Leander.
Oh, Jesus.
These warriors will rain down on the Shadow King,
So,
and we will tear this veil and void asunder.
so to make sure I understand,
Do you,
You
have
intend-
inspiration?
I do.
Do great.
you intend to hunt down a god of old and kill him.
Yes.
Well,
It
we
is the
intend
will
to
of
kill
Leander.
him. He announced where he is.
Where is that?
Where is
Where is the place he announced that he is?
in his temple, where we are
Have you
currently.
said that? No.
Oh, never mind. Yes.
Do we know where this powerful god resides?
Yes, he told us where to find him. He said,
He said, pull up to my crib.
yeah, pull up to my crib. It was,
Catch me outside.
Catch me outside. How about
So-
that?
help me reorient. The direction the Shadow Queen is in is to the west, right?
Yes.
So,
Think
Allegedly.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Rurek's temple, I believe, is northwest.
Yes.
So
Okay.
it's not a straight line. It's not a straight line there.
Go north enough. It'll be a straight line.
That's true.
So you would consider the pursuit of Rurik to supersede that of the directive to find the Shadow Sorceress.
I believe that Rurek is responsible for the void.
Nearly 100 years have we chased her.
He is the god of
Thousands
rebellion.
of deaths on voyages alone. And this is not to count the amount of lives lost in defense of homes and keeps and villages. Thousands. And she eludes us still. If it were as simple as walking up to her door and cutting her down, I would have succeeded on this long ago.
Why did you not?
I got separated from those very dear to me. He says, looking hardcore at you, and he starts to cry again.
I love having such awareness with his feelings. Just immediately wanting to cry. Mira leans and goes, he was stoned when we found him.
I grieve your loss, and I'm
Conspiracy
sorry to hear
theories
that.
for
I
everything.
ask in sincerity. As I alluded to before, I would learn in all ways to better direct these missions. My goal is success, not stubbornness.
I do not mean to be contrary. I only mean to point out that we are doing the mission as quested to us, to bring light back to the world. And everywhere we have walked, we have done so. Even before I have arrived, I have heard tale of the heart of the woods being restored with light, temples being brought from desolate places where undead reign to safe havens. Light is barking back.
I would see those gains defended, protected, and allowed to flourish.
We seem to have mispainted the quest, is all I mean to say. We are not off quest, and we have never been. It is simply that the path is more uncertain than we all desire. Unless I'm mistaken. And then he turns to everybody else.
Commander.
Not Mrs.?
And Mrs. Commander. Hello. This is Runa.
Is there a Mr. Commander?
See, what I really want now is I want to find some paladin magic card for Commander and make a proxy that has Seraphine on it. That's what I want to say. Also, should I just DM you?
Miss
Trying to keep
Commander.
up with everyone's DMs.
I do not think... I think we're on agreement. We are trying to make the world and bring light back to it. The methods that is seen, or what has been both in attempts of what we have tried, with unfortunate incidents that has cost the life of our compatriots. We are not trying to be stubborn by any means. We are just following a path that we think has been proven successful so far. Now, I do not think do we believe that the Shadow Witch is the one that has caused this? To be frank with you, as myself, I do not know. Not saying that we are not down to slay her by any means to bring the world back to what it's supposed to be. But this crusade has been going on for a very long time, with very little information on the Shadow Queen. Now, if you had information about her, or evidence to bring why she is the one that must be slayed, the side word given to you by this warden, with respect. I think it'd be good to know on why she is a one, why, or if you have any guidance as your many cycles of expertise that we could use to do it, so we don't waste more resources, as you mentioned, so we can solve this quest and try to not die along the way. That would be ideal, since again we have lost many lives on this journey as a collective.
You question the Dark Witch being the source of this.
mean, evidence would be great to have.
What evidence would you have me provide? A first-hand account of the fall of the world? Witness testimony? My last conversation with her, in which she threatened the overthrow of all humanity? What evidence would satisfy curious minds?
What evidence do you have that she is the one who did it? Just because the title is Shadow Witch, sure, we live in a dark world, mean that she is the one doing it? What if someone framed her? What if somebody else is painting a different picture?
I mean, we'll probably find out when we kill her.
All I'm saying is, more information to solve this quest seems to be a good idea.
So, to understand, you spent time in the company of the Void Blades. And
Mostly
to understand
torture.
now,
Mostly torture, to be frank.
and the evidence?
Mostly
The evidence of that
Roll me a
torture?
perception check.
That's. Oh, no, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
That's straight on the line.
I was thinking about when he got captured. I was like, he was mostly tortured that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he spent so much
If you
time
don't
before
count
that.
all the
No,
decades
no,
before
yeah,
that.
100%.
Emotionally.
Oh, 25.
Okay.
And the evidence of your time with them being torture exclusively?
I mean, I got tortured. Wasn't great. Not quite sure.
So you don't have compelling evidence to demonstrate that your time with the Void Blades was consumed with torture.
Wait. I'll say that again. Sorry, I'm trying to...
So you don't have compelling evidence that the time you spent with the Void Blades was only torture.
Alex is not getting it, but...
As in, she's saying, so all I have is your word to go on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair.
Which seems to both be pointing out to his point, he keeps being like, give me the evidence, and it's like, okay, just because we don't have direct evidence of something doesn't mean it didn't happen. And also possibly questioning what he said, like the claim he's making. 2 times devoured.
Sure. Alright. We are running in circles. There are many different points of views. What guidance do you offer besides telling us to kill the Shadow Witch?
Would she have anything to share with them beyond what she has shared already on the Shadow Witch?
I don't know if this is just you improv, but you said that she had directly said something to you and threatened
That was
you.
me being flippant.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was her being like, that was so great.
Yes.
Previously, the reason they didn't get, briefed on, here's what you're going to encounter when you go out there based on, it's in previous times, when you guys have gotten reports from the Crusades as they've gone, and tried to arm the next crusade with that. This is what the last group encountered before we lost contact with them. It's never matched up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the steeping of the shadow changes the land, evolves the monster, the beasts and creatures within it. It's almost been counterproductive to be like, this is what you can expect to find, because then they go in expecting certain things
And get caught off guard.
not prepared to adapt.
Yeah.
So the adjustment has been made to just be be prepared for anything, and and go. As far as information on the Shadow Witch herself, because what Seraphine has been told and what she
Would tell,
might
tell
be
them.
willing to tell or not
Do
necessarily.
you mind if we roleplay while you're not in here?
Yeah, please go.
As this conversation is happening, Inu is going to step back. It's been like sort of observing all of this, watching Seraphine. At one point, she steps back and she pulls out her rosary and she's going to start having a message conversation with you.
Oh, okay, interesting.
As you hear her voice sort of softly whispering and echoing slightly in your ears, she asks you, "Who does she look like?"
Can I pop back to the side soon?
Yes. Yeah, she's going to keep this essentially. So I can't do what Bruno does.
Yeah.
So functionally, what we are both doing is whispering into our hands across a circle.
How do you respond immediately? Shake his head, surprised at your voice come as a whisper to his ears, and then like a very old friend, I cannot. If it was not her own lips that were denying it and claiming a different name, there's no other reason I would believe she is not who I believe she is. Her name was Althea. I'll make sure I had that right.
Yeah, that was the name that you said.
She was my right hand in the First Crusade.
Does she speak like Althea?
She certainly acts like Althea. Althea was stronger than I am. Always was. But she was strong-willed, bullheaded at times, very stalwart, very focused, very kind. I intend to find if this is indeed her right now. Perhaps you could help me unveil this mystery.
What if she's not? What happens then?
Then this is a cruel twist of fate.
And what do you wish follows? A cruel twist of fate? Will you continue to follow what she is saying? If she is not Althea, but is in fact Seraphine?
That will depend on the manner of the comments I have today. They all seem to know her. And they seem to trust her. You and I have not been privy to her nature and her trustworthiness. If she is Seraphine, I would trust the trust of a good man. And I feel like we have one. And then I'm going to look at Kieran.
Yeah.
If he trusts her, then I would trust his trust.
What if that man?
You look at...
What if... I'm just following.
Oh, you're just going...
What if that man? And then she looks. What if that man?
I trust all of them. That doesn't mean I would obey her every command, just that I would know she means the best from what she says. Honestly,
We're not privy to this conversation.
Yep.
No.
You can see the two of... You can hear the two of us whispering.
Okay. Like whispers, but like...
yeah.
I would just know you're whispering.
Yeah.
Um,
And this is also happening underneath Seraphine having...
A conversation with me.
It kind of like a louder conversation
Yeah,
between the
with
two
me,
of you, where
yeah.
the two of you are both kind of heated.
I'm the distraction, basically.
Functionally, yes. Thank you.
you know, didn't you feel like a child when... what was the name of the other NPC? Not the one with us, but the one that left.
Alien.
Elian, thank you. When Elian spoke to us, like she had all the answers and was testing us with questions.
She regards you for a long moment in that way. I have been made to view this world as a child. One of the beauties I have found when your compatriots graced my temple was that I didn't have to view the world like that anymore.
I'm eager to see how you would respond if this is Seraphine. Cast a spell.
What did I miss? Give me a summary.
Quick summary. I was casting message back and forth with Gwen. So the two of us were.
That's why he's been so quiet.
Yeah. So in the middle of this conversation, essentially the two of us have like.
We just start whispering.
We're just whispering like seemingly to ourselves, but like it's pretty clearly
Fair enough.
to each other.
Okay.
Ian asked the question of, who do you see? Like, who does she look like? With Gwen explaining very briefly that it's Althea and sort of that Seraphine looks the same as Althea and also has a lot of her similar demeanor, yet has expressed very clearly no memory of being this person. Inu then sort of posed the question of, what does it mean if this person is Seraphine and not Althea to you? Like, do you continue to take her word? At which point Gwen is like, I'm going to trust the people who I trust, looking at Kieran. And at which point Inu is like, what about the other people? And that is... Is there a particular point that I'm missing? It's most of it. Yeah.
Now he's casting a spell.
Yeah.
What spell are you casting?
I'm going to cast Send. I'm going to target Althea. Yeah, so he'll start. I was starting to write it out so I can count the words, but I'll just wing it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you got my count? Okay.
I'm gonna try.
I love you guys. Look at this.
Yeah.
We brushed it.
My friend, if you are here with me now, please speak to me. Long have I been alone, and I could use your warm light.
20.
I got two more. Sincerely, Gwen.
That works. Beautiful.
Seraphine.
Nani?
You hear, as you've been on the receiving end of the sending spell before.
If I'm gonna add on to this ever so slightly, so because who saw me doing this? Was it you? Somebody saw me playing with a copper rock.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, so he pulls that out as he finally casts this spell. It's copper wire is the actual component, but I'm going with a copper stone.
Yeah.
I like
Just
that.
like a chunk of copper. Very cool. Love
So
that.
you can know what he's been pondering.
You've been on the receiving end of a sending spell before, so you know what it feels like. You would receive a voice, a message of a voice in your mind, but it's signed Sincerely Gwen, and it has Gwen's voice, so you know it's Gwen sitting across the fire from you, sending you a strange message of friendship and loneliness.
I think she would break off mid-sentence with Bruno and just look at you. I would be happy to speak with you. I'm unclear.
He starts. Like, he doesn't, none of his demeanors change, but he just starts bawling. Like, eyes just dripping tears. I didn't know Gwen was such a crier when I wrote this character up.
I know,
Really?
none of us did. But
It's just funny to hear like, you made a character who's like Shakespearean in speech, but in like mannerism is like very like anime at times.
Yeah.
Like, just like, yeah.
Also, he's been petrified and conscious for it for 100 years. Like, that's a lot of pent up emotion.
Yeah.
I didn't know he wanted someone to talk to him that much.
Not your question. You talk to me a little bit.
I'm trying.
No, you do good. You do good. You're horrifying.
Tana does such a good job of finding, like, of finding, like, many opportunities that make sense in character to connect with different characters. It's awesome.
My fun.
I would enjoy speaking with you further, though I feel it is my duty to conclude this conversation with Runo first.
You're in this behind Runo.
A lot of whispering and secret messages in this group.
Just gonna grab.
I'm just asking my buddy what if he's okay. That's
Ma'am, in fairness,
He pulls out your alcohol.
we don't get any private time or space to ourselves, so you gotta take the side conversations when you
I
can.
understand that more than
And some of us are
More than I
distinctly
wish I
scared
did.
of you. And she just
Coming from
just gestures to Runa. No subtlety.
Hello.
To answer your question, Runo, about the Shadow Witch, I would not have committed to this goal did I not have reason to believe she is indeed guilty of the crimes we accuse her of. She has been in existence since before the darkness fell, since before the light disappeared. I have heard and read accounts of the world from before, and from the world following the darkness, following the disappearance of the light. The kingdoms to the west went to war with her. They report that the darkness emanated from her. They went to war with her in an attempt to defeat her. They reported, as have people from the Crusades, the last crusade, that she wields a significant force of undead, of dark creatures. In the chaos of the disappearance of the light, it took time for forces to be marshaled against her. By the time that they attacked her, she had consolidated power, and they were decimated. The Soul Warden had the time to establish a fortress of light, of protection, by virtue of the distance between the two. As soon as a foothold could be established, protection guaranteed for the innocent and for our people, he began sending crusades in pursuit of her. But the distance is vast, and as you're well aware, the dangers are many. Over time, the crusades have gotten closer and better. I wish I could equip you more with information on what to expect. As you know, things are ever changing. I have ceased to give specific directives, to give specific creatures, landscapes, because when I do, the party I have sent out have been blindsided by the unexpected. The maps, the landscape they experience is different from the maps that have been made. The Dark Witch is the only force of darkness powerful enough on record to have performed these dark feats. That evidence is compelling to me that she is a force of darkness. It seems compelling in general, though it does not seem that what you have witnessed so far is compelling to you. So I would ask you to consider that, and how it may impact how you understand the mission I've sent you on. And so that it is clear, I've not come here simply to nag. I've come with 2 scrolls of revival. I take care, when I can, of the people that I direct, that I command. I would bring Zeke and Emrys back to us in service of the mission that I've dedicated my life to.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh.
after hearing this, like, Miss Commander, that is a wonderful above board. Does Runa remember that? Again, I'm not sure. Does Runa remember that Emrys said anything about like he made a deal, or was it just like something we talked above board?
No, that was definitely talked about below board. Around
Emrys told one person, and that was Zeke.
Yep.
Yes, but it was discussed in depth in the conversation everyone had with Elian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that was a big part of the whole "why did you kill him" thing.
Yes.
And she was like, he
He took a deal.
He took a deal. He connected himself to this entity in a way that would have undone everything, and I had to do something about
Yeah.
that.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. This complicates things. Miss Commander, that is a very, very great gift.
I mean, definitely Zeke, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
And, like,
it would still be proportional.
Yeah.
one Emrys. There, with
Question.
Elian,
There is
the.
unexpected consternation over this
So,
news.
Oh, delighted, but.
Everything about this encounter has been very unanticipated.
Everything about the journey. is
Have
all-
we ever revived anyone during the Seven Doctors?
Well, not. I've
I've-
got.
Would I have revived people?
People have been revived.
I have revived people in this
Wait,
time.
no
of
side
It is
effects?
extremely rare
Yeah,
because there is a limited
yeah.
amount of resurrection scrolls in existence, and very few with the power, like with the level of power to use them. Another good reason not to send
Yeah.
your strongest people off to die on a crusade.
Yeah.
So it is extremely rare. It is weighed heavily as to whether like are these the people that this extremely scarce, valuable resource needs to be used on.
Yeah.
And it's a complicated and fraught, like whatever the word is, ordeal, and doesn't always work because there are so many factors that come into play, one of which being whether the spirit even wants to return.
Yeah.
Another reason why it's like, well, do we use this on this person? Do we think that they would want to come back to this
Yeah.
world of shadow? So it has not happened but once for you.
I have once before revived another successfully. These are extremely precious and rare resources. Given that I've only done it once, you can understand that it is not something I offer lightly, but it is a testament to my confidence and a thing I argued for because I believe that as a group you have a capability of successfully completing this mission.
Okay, so mustache up.
Yep.
Tana, how do you feel about this? With you want.
Y'all don't necessarily have to have that conversation because
Oh, no, I'm
if
ready.
either of no, that's not what I'm
I'm
saying. If either of these two decide as PCs that they don't want them to come back, they can just have the character not want to come back.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because revival doesn't work, or resurrection doesn't work unless the spirit is willing. So you wouldn't be forcing this upon them in any way.
So.
So,
Play as you're gonna play, man.
Seraphine,
Yes.
if I
Well,
understand
but
this correctly,
He was talking.
if I understand this correctly, you are here to keep us from going to the Temple of Resurrect, or instead divert to
I love you.
the Shadow Queen.
I couldn't possibly be here to prevent you from going to the Temple of Rurik because I didn't know you intended to go to the Temple of Rurik. I'm here to encourage you to not pursue diversions.
I think they did tell you that. I'm double checking the
Kieran did
message
send a
that Kieran
message.
sent. But I think that they did message that was their next.
Because they were cleaning out temples.
Maybe not.
did
Seraphine
tell.
mission continues well, farther west. God's command temple cleansings. Complication with void blades, amassing power, found first expedition survivor, require intel on Rurik and Witch. So they did not, in fact, say we're going to cleanse the Temple of Rurik, but they did indicate
Interest.
we are following God's commands to cleanse temples.
Then I think I'll reverse that and say, I have no directives to prevent you from going to any particular place. I have a directive to encourage you to go to a specific place, and then go to whichever place your heart desires.
Okay.
Simply in the order that would get you to the Shadow Witch most quickly in order to complete the mission. I understand that you have an interest, a suspicion against Rurik. I understand that y'all have had experiences in these temples which are compelling and worthy experiences. I am not a fool. I would not prevent you from taking shelter in temples. I don't wish you to deny you shelter of any kind. I simply wish for you to move in the direction of the Shadow Witch to complete the goal which has been given to you. If that involves taking shelter in temples, by all means, I would not hold that against you. I would not discredit you at all, nor do I discredit you for the work you have done so far. Hence my presence and my desire to revive Zeke and Emrys. I would wish you to take shelter in solace where it is available, where you can find safety on this difficult journey, but I would wish you to do it with the goal of defeating the Shadow Witch in mind.
I mean, I think that is our
Well, we definitely want to do that.
Yes.
that is our ultimate goal, yes. But it is interesting that you have arrived here to put us back on track with a scroll to revive an acolyte of Rurik.
There was a better way to say this.
Is this in his brain or is it?
No, this is straight up.
Okay.
We're gonna say, I don't think she knew about that.
An acolyte of Rurik.
Upon Elian,
I was trying to
Elian
explain.
revealing her secrets, one of the revealed secrets
Well,
was
there
that
you go.
Emrys had become, in one way, a direct follower and speaker to Rurik.
So maybe not that.
It's his untimely demise at the hands of Elian, who disappeared in a cloud of darkness and told us that she would be waiting for us at our goal. Not Rurik. But Rurik did tell us that he would prevent us from killing him by causing a bunch of chaos in our party. I mean, that's what he did when I asked him how he would stop us. And now here, you appear to stop us.
Does arriving...
What do you know of Rurik?
What I know of Rurik is that he is a god of old, as are many of the gods you've mentioned today. What I know of Rurik is that he is outside of the scope of my mission and concern. I have little specific knowledge of Rurik. He is, so far as I can tell, up to this conversation, confined to the annals of history. This has been illuminating,
Would you like to speak
but it does
with
not
him?
change my overall orientation.
Would you like to speak with him?
No, I have...
I think we are in accordance that we are going to make the world better. We are going to take down the Shadow Witch. Figuring out if maybe, if this is my opinion, maybe Emrys was a great guy.
Emrys is a great guy.
But upon further discovery, I don't know it's the best idea in potentially bringing him back with the deal that he has made.
Based on the word of a traitor who clearly deals in the fucking forces of darkness, like you just said. Some bitch we don't know who killed one of our party members says that he is made a deal with someone. We don't even know that's true, Bruno.
Well, we did see it.
See what?
I saw a lot of shit in that temple.
I mean, we saw it through Emrys' eyes.
So a woman who disappeared in darkness and has threatened to fight you showed you a vision which you consider reliable?
One of your legionnaires, actually, Elian.
Yes, I recall.
Yeah. I mean, those are your people. So, like,
These are also my people.
I'm no legionary. I am the eyes of Leander. And what I see right now are some very interesting circumstances.
So do I.
I don't think we have reason to doubt the commander's intentions or allegiances.
No, I think, Miss Commander, again, very precious gift. I am not saying we do not use them. I think it was a good idea to just bring out in the open all the facts that we've gathered, or not facts, of what we've gathered regarding that.
If we're bringing out all the facts of the matter, then your name is not Seraphine. It is Althea. You once flew the banner of Petra.
What is happening?
These men are testing our patience.
Yeah, my life.
Spit your shit, sister. Let's go.
And I suppose if we're also being honest, we should inform you that Zeke gave one of your weapons of light to the Heart of the Woods. So that will be returned to you.
Fortunate for me that I have another. We'll deal with that in
Oh
another
no,
conversation.
Zeke. The just to be clear, the weapon of light that Zeke got was a full armor set.
All right. Well,
it was molten light.
It was
sick.
It was
much
a heavy
safer now,
plate
though.
armor of molten light.
Okay. Well,
Maybe
okay.
why he was so vulnerable.
No, it was. Why
It
he
literally
made
was,
so horrible
yeah.
and got his head cut off.
I think that
This
would.
Yule reflecting.
Yeah.
You'll
It was
remember.
like, wait.
Hold on.
Zeke
I'm
regrets
gonna
nothing.
use dots.
I think that would bring her up short, and she would be quiet for a moment, and then she would just go.
I was like, Yule is being very generous for information. Like, hello, this is Rose. The point that I am in the void played by ADV.
You're linked with one other person, not him.
No, he can link with multiple.
Oh, you can do.
She has been wondering how we got this far.
I'm dying. This poor woman is. I mean, conceptually, just to step back for Seraphine's sake, which you're probably already on this, but like everything that just sort of cascaded forward would really, I think, only cement in her mind what she came here thinking, which is these people have gotten way really distracted and way off base, and it has only hurt the cause because you'll just divulged that Zeke gave away his armor and source of protection in the service of one of the things they just said, and now he's dead, and that armor is gone. Yeah, I was thinking something else, but I lost it. Sorry, guys.
This is a lot to take in. Though, nothing that you have said undercuts for me my intentions in arriving here. You accuse me of being an arbiter of chaos amongst your ranks. I would argue I am an arbiter of stability and focus in what is clearly a chaotic enough force on its own. You have narrated experiences with temples. Now there is an encounter with the Heart of the Wood to add into this.
That came before the temples.
I don't know that it distinctly matters, except to know that Zeke gave away his artifact. And later died. This underscores for me the danger of these distractions. That distractions is not an insult, and it is not a denial of worthiness or importance. But it is pointing to the fact that had he not done that, Zeke might still be alive. And the cost of every detour mounts. And whatever battle you have with Rurik, having heard the messages from him that you have heard, I hope that you do encounter him and can find the answers that you seek and can reach a satisfying conclusion. But it is a distraction from the purpose that I have sent you here for. I have no other opinion on the matter. You know, Sorry, for a second I thought you were doing that. And,
Oh, no. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So whatever intent you read in me regarding your desire to pursue Rurik, I have none regarding Rurik specifically. What I see is people who I respected sent out into a very dangerous world, being slowly fractured by conflicting purpose. I believe Kieran's assessment of this group, that all of you wish for good to flourish here. But you have to recognize that there is defeat in opposing purposes. And if all of you see good flourishing as something different, none of those goods will come to flourish. Because you will be pulled in diverse directions and never ultimately make it to any particular goal. I am encouraging you not to give up your goals, but to focus on the one goal that will have the greatest impact for all of you, which will then pave the way for the completion of your diverse interests. You know, if Leander is your goal, if the defeat of Rurik is your goal, the death of the Shadow Witch will only contribute to that, will only make that easier for you to accomplish. And so I am an ally in that, in wishing for a future in which all of you can pursue the goals that you have in mind.
How is she not making perfect sense? Guys, what are we even talking about?
Our trips to the temples have been about strengthening the presence of the gods in this world. What would we accomplish at Rurik's temple?
Why are we even talking about
No, I mean, why would we go there? His influence seems to be strong. How would we combat it? That's what I mean. I'm agreeing.
I hear you, Kieran, but there's no conversation to be had. If what the commander is saying is go to the fucking mountains and kill the Shadow Witch and we get Emrys and Zeke back, then there is no question.
I'm agreeing.
Nothing else.
I'm saying we don't go to Rurik's temple.
Right, but you're making an argument for why not to, and there is no argument to be made. Done. Decision done. Why are we talking about anything else? That's me.
Sometimes
Yeah.
arguments are necessary to get everyone to feel it that way.
I don't understand how anyone couldn't feel that way. I mean, I guess Inu isn't arguing for that, and she's the only one I can understand not wanting automatically to get Emrys and Zeke back. What are you talking about? Like, I understand your God's super important to you, and I don't get all the religious stuff like you guys do, but she's right. All that stuff can wait. If the terms for getting Emrys and Zeke back are forget the temples and move on, then why are we even talking about anything else?
To to put it simply, would it be easier for us to defeat the Shadow Queen if we destroy her source of power first? Rurik is the only god that can pierce whatever veil, and Ricard knows this, that exists. He is the usurper. He is the reason why the world is the way it is. Rebellion, change, these are his domains. It has to be him behind this. If we defeat Rurik, we weaken the Shadow Queen, just as every step along this way, these temples have helped us weaken the hold that the void has on this world. So if we want to walk into the Shadow Queen's house while she's, fully charged, sure, let's do that and see how well it goes. And maybe we can add to the 10 failures that Seraphine has on her belt.
Damn.
I was sick as fuck. But
Yeah.
Goodness.
if we have the Windscars back, then
Emrys would betray us again and serve Rurik, and
Emrys didn't betray us. What are you talking about? Listen, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't know a lot about gods and shit. But if what you want is for us to be more powerful in going to kill, there's nothing that we can't face if we have the Windscars back. If all of us together, there's nothing that we couldn't defeat. And
Nero, I do not mean to discredit all you have said. So do not take this as such, because it is not. But I hear your answer to my next question in all you have said as well. For everyone else, do you think we have hope of winning? And if you do not, what would bring you that hope?
we do not have hope. We have certainty.
Excellent. Excellent.
I love you all so much.
He's just gonna he sees Yule, he nods, moves your card with his gaze.
I do believe we will win. I believe in this group.
I got a question.
I have a quick question.
You have a mustache question? What's
yes,
up?
Mustache question.
Mustache.
We know. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure I know what's above and below board. We know that Emrys made a deal because aliens said that he made a deal with Rourke, right?
Yes. There was also your, what connected to that was Runo's reading of his notes and some of the things that Emrys had said in his journal that sort of corroborated and connected to what Elian was saying. And then there was, and then
straight up too.
He did. Yeah.
Like the voice of Rurik did say that straight up, and to Yule's point, you all had that vision.
The key thing I want to know is, we know that Emrys only made that deal because he wanted Zeke to come back.
I don't think that Emrys did wrong. I think that Emrys.
Wait, are you speaking as Kieran?
Oh,
yeah, it's
sorry. Are you mustaching?
Yes, he's
sorry.
No, he's not. He's just trying to get on
Right,
the page
sorry.
of what we all know.
Right.
And yes, the indication was, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because even if that wasn't expressed directly, you all know Emrys did something that saved Zeke's life.
Yeah.
And then got really cagey about what he did.
And I think that what he wrote in the journal, if I remember correctly, didn't speak specifically to that, but indicated that it was connected to what he did for Zeke. So yes, there is enough to draw that conclusion.
Okay. I'll wait till everyone else has their turn regarding about.
Go ahead and stare. Stare to you next.
Give me the question again.
He asked, do you feel like we have a hope of winning? And if not, what would bring you that hope?
Every moment is a secret that deserves answering.
He looks to Bruno next.
I feel that we are not strong enough as we are now.
You're smacking your wall, I'm sorry.
Yul, what's your passive insight? Sorry, I didn't realize I was cutting you off. I thought that was the end of your sentence, but you keep going.
18.
Okay.
If for the last few weeks of this adventure, we have been on the cusp of death through many battles, almost every single time. More numbers would be better. My point of view is, I do think we should bring people back if they are willing. If their spirits are willing. I do not. We have a common goal. The way that we approach it, we have different opinions.
Kieran?
I do believe to bring back Zeke. I do not believe I'm bringing Emrys back.
What's your passive insight? I love that the cascade of chaotic inclusion, like add-ons,
yeah.
A minute ago was so wild, and the fact that everyone was like, "Wow, we're saying everything," and just threw in another
Your day
thing,
was already ruined.
like, "Wow, we're on this. Your name's not Seraphine."
Damn.
Passive insight of 21.
We've had this conversation before.
Expertise, baby.
This is what I after we all had like that session where I realized how high all y'all's passives were, I went to the Titans Rising group the next day and I was like, you guys. Because they use their passive insight and perception and investigation all the time, but it's so much lower than y'all's.
I have mine's 18, and I'm super proud of that.
Yeah.
Well, Bruno is a sketch character, so he needs to suss out people.
Be able to suss people. Yeah, it makes perfect sense for his
Hence why I built it
backstory.
around that specifically. So, passive insight is 21.
Okay, Yule. When you were having this exchange with Mira, she fell into she followed your chain of thought and argument, talking about it's about gaining more power, gaining the power we need. She fell in with that, but you can read and ascertain that for her, she none of that matters.
No.
The point was dropped of getting the Windscars back. And that's the only thing that matters to her.
We didn't need the insight to know that.
Okay, I didn't know if I was I didn't
Everybody
know
knew
if
that
I
in the beginning, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was playing that out correctly, but she's making these arguments, but they don't matter to
This
her.
is Mira here. She almost killed Ricard because of
She
this.
did not almost kill Ricard. They got in a
Emotional.
And then-
Definitely emotional.
Oh.
And then killed herself, and then she went out and killed several monsters. She's been very hung up on feels about this.
Yeah, I would say that's a slight add-on then with you saying that. It's not as visceral and noticeable as in previous times, but you drop that and she is livid with you right now. It is as opposed to previous times, it's more like a cold, quiet rage.
Reason why is, Miss Commander, you have talked about focus and distractions. The potential of morale and to avoid potential distractions. As our group right now, as you can tell, has different opinions on certain targets. That if we bring someone who is potentially a target, would cause more distraction and delay to the mission.
Makes a good point.
So, you mean to say you would not have me bring Emrys back because you feel Emrys would be a distraction to the mission?
Yes. Whether we believe on, as Yule pointed out, one of your legionnaires saying that Emrys has made a deal with Rurik. That just even the mention of it will cause internal turmoil on who we can trust.
Let me ask a different question. From my perspective, almost everyone circled around this fire right now is connected with a god other than Sol. Correct?
Not
Seems to
connected
be
with
chosen.
anyone.
We were all connected to Leander, but
Don't speak for me.
Mira immediately is like, I'm not connected to any old gods. I don't give a fuck.
So,
But everyone else nods, right? Bruno?
so
What's
you're-
his response?
I do not nod.
Okay.
So your concern is that the connection with Rurik specifically will somehow be a toxic influence on the group when a connection with Callista, Leander, Volley. What is your goddess?
Rhiannon. Sorry, I
Rhiannon.
mumbled.
Those are not toxic influences to the mission. I seek to understand your perspective.
I have been traveling with this group since the beginning.
Yule did for the, and she might be tracking this, but for the point of Seraphine, Yule did just say that that Rurik is the source of the of the fall of the shadow and all of this turmoil. So she would have, at least from him,
Yeah.
she might be asking
Fair.
additionally, but
Yeah.
she has an explanation from Yule for why this would be turmoil.
I guess I'll amend that by saying you agree with Yule then that Rurik is the source
Even
of the current situation.
Even if Rurik is or isn't the source, we are in congruence that they are an obstacle. In the weeks that I've started from the beginning, I have been with this group, and those I do trust. I've seen them chosen by their gods. I've seen them protect one of another, including myself, and as I have done with them the last few weeks. I can trust in that. If we were to complete the mission, and that is our goal, we must trust in one another. I trust Zeke. Zeke has protected us since the beginning and has died valiantly. If Zeke is willing to come back and help us, I have no issue with that.
I know you do not I know you do not trust. What's the god of change and rebellion again?
Rurik.
Rurik. Thank you. Total brain fart. I know you do not trust Rurik, but do you not trust Emrys?
I mean, I think you just made it pretty clear that he doesn't.
I know. I'm just challenging that thought.
I trust Emrys. I don't trust what may hold sway over him.
And that is what I worry.
I would call into question. Our conversation was interrupted, but I made a point about you and the Void Blades and your time with them.
If I knew I was infected, and you all had called me to your aid, and I knew that answering that call would be to infect you all, I would say no. Do you not have trust in Emrys to do the same?
Is his soul his own?
I'm sure he would know more than us.
Would he?
Another secret to learn.
I'm
feel-
just voting. That's just my opinion. In
You feel
regards-
Emrys was compelled to act in a certain way against his will? That his mind was not his own?
From what I deducted, losing the love of one can make others do some dark things.
That begs a different question
Trying not
then.
to glare at a mirror right now.
That begs a different question. How will Zeke feel knowing that we have brought him back and denied his brother an opportunity to return?
I think We should I think we should put it to a vote then. I think that is the only thing that is fair. I've casted my vote if we should bring Emrys back. That's just my opinion. If majority wins, I will follow the vote. As you ask for focus, I am providing focus here.
I think the call for a vote is moot, given that we have not resolved the point of whether this group is in agreement with the mission as it stands in the first place. That would be the first vote I would call.
In response to that,
I think, and I may be misreading, but I'm also being considerate of time. I think Runo was putting out a vote for what you're saying.
Okay, fair enough.
But
yeah, okay, sorry.
So I know it wasn't necessarily fully clear, but like, do we want to agree with this and agree to her terms and thereby bring the brothers back? And sort of like as a subset of that, and I am saying we should only bring one of the brothers back. So like, it's not like a dichotomous vote,
Fair.
but I think he is calling for a vote on the full question.
Thank you for the clarification. I misunderstood. Okay. Then anyways, I retract.
What did Elian? Did she invite us to go anywhere to do anything before she teleported? She did, didn't she?
She said that she would meet us at our goal.
Okay.
But she was not going to Resurrect's temple.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't guide you toward any specific action.
Okay. She just said that she'd meet us there. Okay.
my vote is, Miss Commander, you have broad valid points and resources. I vote that we go for the Shadow Queen now. I understand that you want to take on Rurik, but gods live for a long time, and I don't think he's going anywhere.
Find the prospect hilarious of killing a god to weaken a witch.
Hence why I'm voting that we kill the witch first.
Yeah, I mean, that gets my vote as well. But we better be bringing both of the Windscars back, or at least giving them both a chance.
I wish you will hate this. I wish we could consult Elian.
I do fucking hate that.
She wouldn't have done it if she didn't have to. I believe that. I have to believe that.
Elian is the question I will pursue on my own.
Well, speaking of Elian, how often, how long have you known her?
You met her at the conscription, just as you met most of them.
The same amount of time as any of the rest
First time.
of those.
You?
Yes. I met her at the same time as I met Zeke and Emrys and Kieran.
Inside that?
Yep. Good insight check. Oh. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh! Do you have dice you bought
buy dice
specifically
for this
for Ricard?
Yeah, that one. That I was using.
But you
Then
can
use
do
your
one
dice
more.
roll.
You can re-roll it one more time.
Yeah. If you
Come on.
if you bought, I don't know if maybe I haven't said this in front of you before. Maybe you were gone when I said it. But if you bought dice specifically for a character, then I let you use pick one of those dice and re-roll it once per session.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay.
I have not been doing that.
That's why I have mine here, so I don't forget.
That's right.
Nat 20.
Yeah! Oh, get fucked!
What?
It's,
What?
The dice re-roll.
What? The dice reroll coming in. That's so incredible. Oh my gosh. With a nat 20, you definitely read from Seraphine that she is not lying. She is very straightforward. In general, she is coming off as a very straightforward and earnest person. And that for your nat 20, that nothing that she has said has been deceptive or untoward. Write me if I'm getting that wrong somehow. I'm like going back through. I'm like, is there anything that she? But the I will also extend that you saw, obviously, Elian has magical abilities. She may not have appeared in the aspect that she appeared to you all in. Like she could have had a disguise, she could have gone by a different name, she could have done what Ricard did and joined up halfway through. So it comes off as truthful that she has not met the Elian that you know beyond this one encounter, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she hasn't met her.
Mm-hmm. Alternatively, I think they're in reflection to what you said, Mira. I think it actually might be better to bring both of them back. If looking at morale, if we have Emrys on, they will, and Zeke will be a better fighter. It will be better to complete the mission this way. And I do believe we need to tackle the Witch Queen first. Then, if whatever happens to Emrys is under Guile for some reason, and I could be wrong, to Rurik. He will not be at Rurik's temple at the time. But I do suggest we do keep a close eye on him to be safe. He will be away from the Rurik's temple. It will give us time to deal with the Queen, be able to make sure nothing is going on with him before we tackle Rurik. I think that is a fair plan that can achieve everyone's goal.
Elian said Emrys's presence, influenced by Rurik, would mean the doom of our quest, and I believe her.
Would the scroll that we would use on Emrys not be better used on one of Gawain's allies?
It's not our decision to make.
It's not my decision to make.
Then it sounds like it's our decision. It is our decision.
I'm just following you all. I swore my life to protect you.
Did they send? Sorry, did I miss? Did they send you with scrolls of revival?
They sent me to use scrolls of revival.
Yeah. Okay. Just to make sure.
Yeah. I said that with great confidence. I assume my orders were specific to those two.
Yes,
that it's
absolutely.
not a general offer of
Yeah, it was not a general
resurrect,
whatever.
okay.
It is not a handing over to you.
Yeah.
You've spoken absolutely correctly in what you just said. It is not a handing over of here's 2 scrolls of resurrection. It is I have shown up to use these scrolls.
Yeah.
And just me asking about the thing. Do we have to have their bodies to do this?
Resurrection.
We know where
You
their
do.
bodies are.
We know they are.
But you know
we
where they are.
Where they are, but that just means we have to backtrack.
Which is further delays.
That's also true. Both of those things are true.
I mean,
Conceivably, Seraphine
fly.
could go on her own and send them to you.
Yeah.
Those are considerations.
Garrett, we have been on the same page on most things.
Sorry, that's funny that's so.
I understand what you're saying about Alien and then the potential doom. But we have to I look at things objectively. We need the numbers.
We need answers.
I know who I trust.
Again, my vote is that we bring both of the brothers back, head to the witch, and handle things from there.
That's easily my vote too.
Ricard, what is your thoughts?
Okay.
She's just smiling.
Yeah, but a vote has been called.
I love the Windscar brothers. in just the short amount of time that I've known them, love them. Would love for them to be back.
You did make a note.
He wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
I do think that there should be some concern on Emrys. If we give Emrys the option of coming back, because I agree, whoever said, if we bring back Zeke without Emrys, why would Zeke even want to stay with us? I mean, he might feel loyalty to the mission, but would he then feel loyalty to us for not bringing back his brother? If I could have my father back, and if knew that you had the option, because apparently we have scrolls that can do this.
We do.
But it's not being offered to everyone who's gone on the Crusades before.
Ooh, sword point.
I have made the case for it to be used on many people who have gone on the Crusades. So let it not be said that I haven't tried.
So then why are the Windscars all of a sudden, not to discount them, but why are all of a sudden are the Windscars being brought back?
Because as a group, I feel that this group has the most potential of any crusade I've ever sent out. And I've thrown my weight behind that belief.
But again, I think it's an all or nothing. We either do both or we do neither. I don't think you can go one on one, one for one without one, whatever. Yeah. Here's your one. But my vote would be to give their souls the option. And hope that whatever there is of Emrys, of his soul that's there, would know whether or not he should come back.
Yule, you seem often enough to have plenty to say.
Yikes.
Yule looks around at the group, head on a swivel, and says, I've pledged my life to protect you. I will go where you go. I have my own feelings. I would be extremely remiss if I did not consult the powers that I know first. So I'm going to cast Augury. And
Gosh, I wish I could cast that. All Kieran wants to do is pray.
and see what Leander thinks about these options here. Yeah, so
In fact, let's just
Yule
say he is praying.
starts
for
to like
guidance.
puff up his chest a bit, and then like sticks his hand out and reaches
Oh!
Oh!
Fuck yeah.
Amazing! Starts to pick through it and has these like little bones, these little golden bones that have runes etched in them.
Yeah. Keep them in your gut. That's great.
This is incredible.
It's an owl. I mean, you ever dissected an owl pellet in school?
No.
Oh! Yeah!
Yeah.
No, we did the frogs.
Oh, we didn't. We were too poor for frogs.
Then
We had owl
eggs.
pellets.
Where they give this thing where you slowly dissolve the eggshell.
No.
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 They made us dissect a pregnant cat at my school.
No, they
They
didn't.
did it ours too.
A pregnant cat?
Damn.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's traumatic.
And it was.
Oh my god.
They're just frogs for me.
Yeah, which is a frog.
Yeah,
Where
it's
did
just
that
frogs
come
for
from?
me. I don't like frogs.
Frogs,
so
worms, and
fine.
all.
I love frogs,
I'm
but
kind
Frogs,
of
worms,
glad I got
starfish.
the owl pellet experience.
I
Yeah,
didn't dissect
God
anything. I'm so
damn.
upset.
You went to high school.
We didn't dissect anything. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry,
It was all today.
that is in the we all went to high school. That is in the context of we were homeschooled. So
Yes.
until high school. So it's like you didn't do that in high school. Okay, you will. The results of a specific course of action that you plan to take for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We're marching out.
So it's really about the vote then and how
Yeah.
the vote goes.
I think I want to know, basically, is it a good idea to deviate from this path of dealing with Rurik to go deal with the Shadow Queen?
And you are reaching out to Leander.
Rurik picks up the phone.
Listen
here.
You shit.
It's like, I'm gonna gut you.
Your message has been intercepted.
Now.
You will checking his phone to see that it does in fact have the caller ID for Leander.
Spam. Rurik.
How'd you get this number?
don't like the red ones.
I'm gonna think about the response that you will get for that. There are 2 more people that haven't given their response to the question. You too!
She was asking one by one, so I was waiting.
Oh,
To be
She
honest.
wasn't asking one by one. He put the
Oh.
question out.
I asked when it started
I've
out.
been continually
Yeah.
trying to get people to answer.
This session's hard. It's good, but it's hard.
Which is
I
from,
feel-
It's not real conflict, Captain.
which is then from because there are multiple characters going, it's not hard.
I haven't hit anything in 3 hours.
I know, right?
Considering the level of tension, I think I've done quite well.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Great.
I was gonna say that
Doing
the
alright?
session ended, but you fucking killed
But
it.
the
For
Like,
like the first 45 minutes, my heart was pounding. I'm great now.
yeah. You had a lot of shit to have to like go through very quickly, but now you've been killing it.
Thanks.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm happy to be here.
I just feel like both of these 2 are trying to wait to be the last one to talk. And
Oh no, I was just no. I'm just trying to be careful not to interrupt people when they're doing stuff. So I'll go next. As for myself, I would not want to deny you all the blessing of having your comrades and friends back with you. Or if that an opportunity was before me, I would certainly seize it. And if I knew that it was within your heart, I would have you abandon orders and resurrect the one they seem so sure to bring back, and our lost friend, whom I have safeguarded. For I know how she would answer that call. The Temple of Petra was full of many who abandoned their quests and sought to blissfully ignore the darkness of the world. But Lana died outside of that temple. So I know where her heart was when she passed. And if numbers are what we seek, and morale, that would bring us the greatest strength and the most for my heart.
Let us speak of it later. I will make my case and see what I can do.
It seems as though agreement has been made.
What of you?
I see a mystery that is before us and ready to be solved. You hold the solution. You all hold the past to decipher what is in front of you. The path is clear. that you have brought.
What is your path in this?
She just smiles weirdly for a second. But like after giving it some consideration, she. The only world that I have known so far was one that dug its fingers into the world to find the reasons that it was broken. And in doing so, all it did was break it further. I still have some desire to unearth secrets, to find epiphany. But I know crave to do so, and those who hide those secrets have been put in their place.
I commend you from breaking away from something that damages the world and choosing a path of your own. Well then, it would seem we are largely in agreement on the path to move forward. If I am to resurrect the brothers, I will need to know the location of their body, and we will have to plan next steps.
I suggest that we have a sick montage where we travel back to the temple.
Yeah, are you guys, I think the only question for you guys, Chris, did you get my message?
Sorry.
No, you're good. I thought when you picked up your phone that it was because you had gotten it, but let me know when you see it.
Kieran feel anything from his prayers?
Not particularly.
Yeah.
Not this time. I think the question for you guys is, do you send Seraphine on her own to go resurrect the brothers and send them to meet up with you, or while you continue on, or is your intent to go back with her and be there when they're resurrected?
As many misgivings as I have about the whole deal, I would want to be there.
Sure.
I would desire to confront the Shadow Witch.
Sorry, this is me asking above table.
Oh.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I was saying send her.
Oh, send her to take care of
we
herself.
continue.
Above word, send her.
Okay. What's the consensus?
So it sounds like
Taylor
we're
wants to be there.
So it sounds like we should split the party.
No.
Hey, gang.
Alright, gang, let's split up.
That is an option. I'm just asking for the
No, but genuine. I mean,
the literal logistical purposes. Do you guys?
Let's step above table for a second. Do we want to have that be a scene, like of all of us present for that?
I don't want that.
Okay, then we can justify that.
But
like obviously you might kind of be like, oh, my character would do anything, but we can justify that for now.
Bruno once would say because Seraphine mentioned the mission focus.
Yeah.
And she's more than capable. Was focus. Let's move toward the Shadow Witch. Bruno can mind link to her.
Sure.
And she can communicate while she's sent over and let.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have been clearer. I thought it was clear that I was stepping above table and asking in a meta sense whether we as the group want for you guys to go and be there for that resurrection, to have that, because we can think of mechanical reasons why you would do one or the other, right?
Yeah.
The question is,
I want to be there.
the question is, do you guys as a group want to go be part of the resurrection, or do you guys as a group want to continue on the story and then at some point in time
the brothers might join.
The brothers
resurrection.
might do
No,
what you want.
resurrection.
What,
Yeah,
kind, what kind
resurrection.
of a time component would that encompass?
It would probably be a session of
Well, yeah. I mean, in play too.
in play.
Yeah. What do you think?
Probably at least a couple days between the journey and the resurrection itself.
To get there and get back to where we are, basically.
I'd say it'd be probably 4 days in total to get there, do the resurrection, get back to the point you're at.
And then wait.
And she would have made this clear. Obviously, she will be helping get there, but as soon as this is done, she's out. She has to go back. She can't stay.
And then, because I know she's putting out, like, the stressor, Seraphine's putting the stressor, like, hey, stop fucking around. Time to get...
I mean, I think she would have also said that, like, this is a diversion, as this is mission critical.
Okay.
This is a diversion that may be worth the time. And furthermore, her finding the bodies on her own would potentially take her, you know,
More time.
longer. So,
Yeah.
like,
She's never been to. I mean, she's capable, but she's never been to Leander's temple, and she doesn't know where the bodies are.
Yeah, I think if we think of, like, all the perspectives, just opinion, it's just, like, we all go as a team because it'll be faster, safer in numbers. We can all be there for the resurrection and move forward as a party.
As I was saying, like, we can come up with reasons that it makes sense
Yeah,
for you guys
either
to
way.
do one or the other.
Yeah.
My question is really for you guys, the people, the players, not the characters.
Yeah.
What you want to do.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, I
I
want to
want
go.
to be there.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Then that is the decision you guys make for the various, possible reasons one way or another. Yule, you cast your bones. Make me a religion check. I appreciate when the music works with me.
Oh, it's
I was
working.
like, what kind of ominous doom is gonna happen?
Is a 16 good?
Better than
It's up to you.
okay.
It's above moderate.
the pretzels are getting...
Pretzels.
Yeah, the
Catching
pretzel's getting a lot of
shrapnel.
action today.
20. Very
Oh, nice. We love that.
Give Peter a high five before he gets upset.
I don't go with that.
I'm not saying I'm not saying
I
I'm
just
Wait,
wait
he waits
patiently.
so
I
patiently.
have
Good.
no
To the
periphery.
point where it gets awkward at the table, but you know.
I got no periphery.
Twist your head.
No peripheral vision? That's cool to know. I learned...
While she figures that out, what's everyone's best real life skill? Mine's perception.
Like
Insight.
actual person.
Yeah.
Chris Hampton skill.
Shit.
Let me look at the skill
But,
list
of
here.
a D&D.
Ain't perception, I'll tell you that.
I'm just having the realization that saying deception is really funny because I feel like that's if you say deception, then it's not deception.
I have no idea.
A person
It's about
who
when
is
you're
really
lying.
deception would say persuasion.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You're not always being deceptive about something. It's just whether you're good at it.
Yeah.
If
Not mine.
Arcana translates to computer
Oh, yeah.
skills,
100%.
Ooh,
Okay.
that makes sense to
I
me.
like that one a lot, yeah.
That's our
Persuasion, but I feel like it's purely passive.
Just your innate charisma. What a flex. You cast the bones, and they clatter and fall, and you notice as they're settling a unnatural friction to that final settling. It's minute, barely discernible. But as in, like, there's, like, the way they land just feels slightly off. Like, you know when you've seen, I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of the Road to El Dorado, where, like, that one die is rolled and it seems to take an unnaturally long time to land. Yeah. Like a loaded die. And it lands at first on looking at the on the symbols that you have for wheel, for good results. And then there is a clattering as they shake against the stone. And a building up of energy as they all start, to the point where
We'll all see this?
everyone would notice to that point. And then each of them for a moment glows from an internal focal point with an orange light. And
Can I
then
cover it with my shield?
all together, huh?
Can I cover it with my shield?
Why?
Because last time something glowed orange, it exploded.
It does not look like white hot like the
Okay,
other
alright.
things do.
It's the sacred color.
It is. That is Leander's sacred
Oh,
color.
is it? Okay.
And
Stay
you,
your
I
hand
think you'd know that. Yeah, he's like,
Alright,
wait!
that-
And then there was a single moment where they all flip to whoa. And then they do, in fact, fucking explode.
God damn it! Let me cover that!
But because you said
Motherfucker.
that, I will let you use your reaction in the moment that that they explode to like contain the. It's not like they're weapons. These
Yeah.
are small bones. They're made of bone. People would have gotten some splinters. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But they, huh?
Little rat bones.
Little rat bones.
I feel like I would know
Expensive
this
rat
of the
bones.
party.
Huh?
You called it
Do any
gold.
of them have
Well, they have, like,
resistance to radiance
gold
damage
edges on them.
from a combat perspective?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Why do you think you would know that about the party?
I think she was. That's a fair question.
You
I
know,
think I'm
I
saying
think-
she would know of herself that she's resistant to some damages or not,
Sure.
and I think
You
having
would know
monitored their combat prowess.
Aligned celestially as you are, that radiant damage does not have the same impact on you as it does, others. And you would, I think, surmise that at the very least of Kieran as well, because he definitely has a celestial nature about him.
Okay. Anyone who is within the 20 feet of bright light that I put out, I may choose to convert fire damage to radiant damage.
Nice.
Nice.
So if this is fire damage,
There is no damage. It doesn't explode in the way. It's not white hot. It's not like fire explodes out of them. It's just whatever tension was inside them becomes too much for the physical
So-
container
I
of
It's
the
more the vibe as Leander's making a point, not Rurik's trying to kill us again. But you
I
wouldn't,
think
you wouldn't
Rurik's trying to make a
explicitly
point.
you wouldn't explicitly answer that, I know, so.
whatever the vibe is, what you'll get is that these bones landed one way, and then I think with your 20 religion, with your 20 religion roll, what's the words, man? Definitely reoriented is true, but like we're corrected, and in the strain of the friction between the two answers were destroyed.
How do you interpret that, Yule?
Yule looks down, he looks up at you, Kieran. He looks at Seraphine and says, well, I believe that we have damned ourselves. But I shall follow you anyway.
I think we shouldn't do it.
Karen, you just said we should.
No, I said I'd go. I said Zeke yes, Emrys no. Elliot had a point, and everyone acted like I said other things than I did.
Fair.
We have a consensus. If you two are saying that you'll follow what the group wants, then the group wants to bring the Windscars back.
I will do what the group wants, but I want the group to be aware of the consequences.
Consequences be damned.
Leander says, for as far as you're concerned, Leander says that this is the wrong move.
I believe... I know not Leander's opinion of bringing the Windscars back. What I asked Leander was if we should kill Rurik, or deal with Rurik before Shadowqueen,
Oh.
instead of after.
Oh, that's
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
So all right. So above board then. So the answer is that will go badly was for if we try to kill Rurik right now.
No, the answer of that will go badly was if we focus on the Shadow Witch before Rurik.
Ah.
That's what he asked.
Okay.
So,
Not the question of should we bring the Windscars
I
back.
thought that's what that
Yeah,
was.
it's-
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, to be clear, Yule asked, should we focus on the Shadow Witch before Rurik? Should we deal with
And then it was
the
like,
Shadow Witch before Rurik?
Yeah.
And it was like,
Psych,
yeah. And
nah.
then it was like,
Nah,
no.
bro.
okay.
so you feel certain
So never mind what I said in
That-
response
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Gotcha, that makes more sense.
it was Leander's guiding hand that changed the bones in the end, and not some other interfering force moving them.
I only know that my attempts to interact with Leander so far have been obstructed by a veil.
I agree.
I've felt his warmth. I have felt his presence.
Yes.
I have felt the barrier between us. I do not know if that barrier prevents him from sending signs. I know it does not prevent him from giving me strength, from granting me warriors in this crusade of yours. But I do know that Rurik is strong and his presence is not impeded by the same veil. I did not ask Rurik, so I do not know if he has the power to intervene where he is not welcome.
That's what rebels do, is it not?
I agree with Gwen. You have made the point that Rurik expressed he intended to cause chaos amongst your ranks.
Yes.
And I'm simply asking if you can be certain which of those answers was Leander and which of them may have been a corrupting outside influence. Are you sure it was not Leander's that came first?
Seraphine, I believe the only thing I can be certain of is that we have been embroiled in so much chaos right now that it's impossible to say anymore. I can only walk by faith at this point, and the faith that I have in my comrades, so I will do that. And as I promised you, I will lay my life down to defend my allies, your legionnaires, in their quest. I have not broken that bond. I have not strayed from that path at all since we've left. So,
Let it not come to that.
Though
I
our
will
opi-
clarify real quick that for you all that that wasn't just a joke when you said that's the holy light of Leander. I did mean to communicate and describe that the orange light that shone off of the bones was, he would recognize it and connect with it as the light of Leander.
When it was glowing wheel.
No, it landed
Yeah.
and then
It was wheel.
they lit up orange and flipped to
Right.
woe.
Okay. I'm following you now. Okay. But I feel confident.
I appreciate you, Chris,
The hand of Leander
Oh,
can still guide me. And I trust the archer. He gives a little wink to Kieran.
Bringing the metaphor background. In consideration of the time that it is.
Yeah.
I hate to cut off roleplay, but you're not going to be here next week. Or next session.
I can plan to be here next session.
We could do that if you want. Coming back above table. Sorry, guys.
you're doing great.
You are.
Is the desire of the group. There has been a lot of discussion and arguing back and forth about what the characters want to do, all of which has made perfect sense. But is the desire of the group above table to try and go resurrect the Windscars or not to? Because I think what we have is an agreement from everyone that they will go with whatever the consensus is, even if they don't necessarily agree or want it to be what, or think it's a good idea. And also, so I'm trying to make sure what the consensus is of the group.
Pater, not Blaine. Pater wants to go back as a unit for the resurrection.
Right, no, I know that. I'm just doubling down on, did we decide as a group that we're going to attempt to resurrect the Windscars?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that being said, we're going to go back as a group and do that. Cool. All right, then that is where we will end this session.
Alright.
That there will be an attempted resurrection. I'm going to be writing both of you between now and next session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Oh,
for letting me.
And we will take
Oh,
one
it's
retro
more
between
done.
Listen,
as we
I want to be
travel.
extremely clear on the front end. You cannot have both your characters. And I don't mean that just in the way of like, you can't have them mechanically fighting in the same thing. If you're gonna bring an old character back, then we have to come up with some reason for this character to leave and be off doing something else. Conversely, you could resurrect a character and send them off to do something else and stick with this character in gameplay. Conversely, you could choose to not bring that character back at all. But I want to be, thank you, very clear that there is no future in which both of the characters are heading out on this mission. Yes.
Makes sense.
Our next
Combat would be
our next
crazy.
I
session
still want it. I'm
is
still
supposed
selfish.
to be the 21st, which is very close to Christmas. Are people able to make that?
I think there's
No.
nothing on my calendar.
Craig, no.
I would know. 21st, I'll be in Arkansas.
Yes,
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
I can.
Yes. Yes.
Pulling up my calendar.
So Kavner, let me know. Craig, being that everyone else is able to make
Think
it,
so,
we will
yeah.
continue on. But we will record it. And if you're able or desirous of tuning in from outside, that's always an option. If you want us to have Ricard be there, that's fine. Okay, yeah, cool. So Ricard will still be there. And then, for anything dramatic, we can always retcon that retcon actions into it.
I'm so happy to meet Ricard.
Yes? No?
Wait, what,
Maybe
Right.
so?
Nothing on the calendar.
Okay, cool.
I'm good.
Alright, then we'll still play on the 21st. I'm excited to see you all then.
Yes.
Thank y'all for
Yeah.
joining for a couple sessions.
It was
Thank you so much for
good.
joining.